really wanna check, niggas gon' wreck. Best how I play in the mud. I do really wanna step high net, wet hit it, J out the buzz. Don't wanna talk on D&D. Money bag, yo, no CMG. We finna blow like TNT. Cash on a bid of the B&B.
I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money. In love with the money. I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money.
Rock bottle in the track, boy.
Yeah.
Go get some money, I gotta get me a bag, yeah, that's how I feel every day. Watch me go get it, I think it really is strange if you don't be feeling the same. Running it up, bitch, I be fucking it up, then run it up again. In love with them blues, I'm just trying to get rich, that's what it is. I've been broke before, never again, that's just common sense. Standing on business, I know I'ma go and get it, I don't care where money gets spent. Niggas be talking about killings, shit they ain't never did, just running they lips. Don't wanna deal with them, I'm off of my water, you know how I get. They won't tell you the truth, but bitch, I'ma step in, go with my move, yeah. Don't wanna be involved, if it don't involve me, getting a new check. I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money, in love with the money, I'm in love with the money, I'm in love
I've
with
been
the money.
ballin' like D-Rose, she a little bitch for my cheat code. Fuckin' out, she a free hoe, see my life's G in the green zone. I done came straight from rags to riches, turn that shit up with the baddest bitches. We in the club, throw the cash and get it. We get it back, they bad for business. They gon' think G.O.D. when we come and spray play, you ain't taming the flood. Blood in the water, my hands drippin', whole life, nigga gon' lay where he was. I just really wanna check, niggas gon' wreck. Best how I play in the mud. I do really wanna step high net, wet hit it, J out the buzz. Don't wanna talk on D&D. Money bag, yo, no CMG. We finna blow like TNT. Cash on a bid of the B&B.
I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money, in love with the money, I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money.
Yo, what's going on tonight? How y'all feeling, man? This is another episode of Punch Talk, and we got a lot to talk about tonight because there's been some stuff going on in the boxing world that been rubbing me the wrong way, and some stuff that been confusing the mess out of me, bro, because I don't understand what's going on. Some stuff is going right over my head. Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Oh, this guy's supposed to fight this guy, but we don't know if this is really going to happen or not. We're getting into all that tonight because there's a lot of speculation going on and ain't no contracts getting signed, man. It's confusing me. I'm getting confused here, man. Like, all right, you got one person over here saying this is happening, another person saying that happened. Man, fuck all that, man. But anyway, how everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the show. It's your boy, Punch, in the building. You know what I mean? And we about to get into this boxing shit. But first, I'm pop this music back on until a couple people coming in here because I am not going to talk to nobody. So as soon as I see people coming back in, then I'll get back to it. But until then, y'all niggas, I'm gonna sit here and let this music vibe out. Peace.
Rock bottle in the track, boy.
Yeah.
Go get some money, I gotta get me a bag, yeah, that's how I feel every day. Watch me go get it, I think it really is strange if you don't be feeling the same. Running it up, bitch, I be fucking it up, then run it up again. In love with them blues, I'm just trying to get rich, that's what it is. I've been broke before, never again, that's just common sense. Standing on business, I know I'ma go and get it, I don't care where money gets spent. Niggas be talking about killings, shit they ain't never did, just running they lips. Don't wanna deal with them, I'm off of my water, you know how I get. They won't tell you the truth, but bitch, I'ma step in, go with my move, yeah. Don't wanna be involved, if it don't involve me, getting a new check.
bitch with my cheat code. Fucking off, she a free hoe. See my life's G in the green zone. I done came straight from rags to riches. Turn that shit up with the baddest bitches. We in the club, throw the cash and get it. We get it back, they bad for business. They gon' think G.O.D. when we come and spray play. You ain't taming the flood. Blood in the water, my hands dripping. Whole life, nigga gon' lay where he was. I just really wanna check, niggas gon' wreck. Best high play in the mud. I do really wanna step high in that wet, hit it, yeah, out the buzz. Don't wanna talk on D&D. Money bag, yo, no CMG. We finna blow like TNT. Cash on the bed of the B&B.
I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money. In love with the money. I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money.
Rock bottle on the track, boy.
Yeah.
Go get some money, I gotta get me a bag, yeah, that's how I feel every day. Watch me go get it, I think it really is strange if you don't be feeling the same. Running it up, bitch, I be fucking it up, then run it up again. In love with them blues, I'm just trying to get rich, that's what it is. I've been broke before, never again, that's just common sense. Standing on business, I know I'ma go and get it, I don't care where money gets spent. Niggas be talking about killings, shit they ain't never did, just running they lips. Don't wanna deal with them, I'm off of my water, you know how I get. They won't tell you the truth, but bitch, I'ma step and go with my move, yeah. Don't wanna be involved if it don't involve me getting a new check. I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money, in love with the money, I'm in love with the money, I'm in love
I been
with the
ballin'
money.
like D-Rose, she a little bitch with my cheat code. Fucking off, she a free hoe. See my life's G in the green zone. I done came straight from rags to riches. Turn that shit up with the baddest bitches. We in the club, throw the cash and get it. We get it back, they bad for business. They gon' think G.O.D. when we come and spray play. You ain't taming the flood. Blood in the water, my hands dripping. Whole life, nigga gon' lay where he was. I just really wanna check, niggas gon' wreck. Best high play in the mud. I do really wanna step high in that wet, hit it, yeah, out the buzz. Don't wanna talk on D&D. Money bag, yo, no CMG. We finna blow like TNT. Cash on the bed of the B&B.
I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money, in love with the money, I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the money.
Yo, what up, DJ? How you doing tonight, bro? So, a couple things I want to get into tonight. Basically, we got a lot of internet chatter going on, but we ain't got no contracts getting signed, bro. It's one of them type situations where all we can do is just pretty much just speculate. Is Shakur and Kid Austin really gonna fight, or are they just gonna fucking talk shit back and forth? Because it seems to me like this is another type situation where a daddy is gonna talk his son into getting an ass whooping, man. I am convinced of this. Listen, man, you be seeing these guys with these 11 and 12, 13, 14 fight deals. Listen, Kid Austin got what, 19 fights, man? Yeah, man, he's knocking at the door if he's not ready. I ain't gonna say he's not ready, but Shakur Stevenson is a tall challenge. Everybody's wanted, they can say he's boring, but what I interpret from something you saying Shakur is boring is saying you you're easy to frustrate because there's some boxers just want to come out and frustrate you. They don't want to come out and knock your block off from the gate. They just want to get in under your skin and make it as hard of a task ever just to hit their ass, bro. Shakur Stevenson is one of them type of fighters. In today's world, they like to call fighters like Shakur Stevenson boring because they don't just stand there and get punched all in their face. Like boxing, that's a part of boxing, but that's not really what it's about. Like that's everybody gets hit in boxing, but the point, like the fighters that stand there and get punched all in the mouth, they never retire undefeated, and then they be all fucked up at the end of their careers mentally and all the damage and all the shit they didn't took from doing that shit. I never really understood that style. I mean, just standing there, I hit you, you hit me, I hit you, you hit me. That shit was always crazy to me. I don't like that style of fighting, man. The best boxers are the ones who can hit, not get hit, or at least try not to get hit, or at least, limit the punches they take, man. I mean, that's what prolong your career. So when I keep hearing that, oh, he's boring, it's just like that's code for I don't want to fight him, nigga. He's too hard to hit, which is not a bad thing that like in a sport where you get punched in the face for a living, bro. Like for real. So I'll know that's why that's another one of them things that make me anti-casual. But do I think Floyd Schofield is ready? I don't know, man, because it seems like his dad talked him into this fight. I don't even look like he really want this shit, man. And told you I don't like that term. You're only good as your last fight. I don't like that term. I don't like that term at all. That term is stupid to me. And even though in his last fight he did fight somebody who didn't move, stood there, but had a solid rock hard chin, bro. Couldn't knock him out. Never been knocked out before. Nigga don't get knocked out. Some people just have that unbelievable ability to not get knocked out, man. No matter how hard you hit them, how many punches you land on them, they're not gonna knock this motherfucker down. Just some people like that. So they wanted to see if he was really ready for a champion. And they said they gave him somebody with champion grit. Even though a person has champion grit, don't mean he gonna ever be a champion. No, you might have the harder one, but you might never be one, bro. It's just it's what it is, man. You might not have the skills to match your heart, but you got a strong ass chin, so that make you a tough opponent for people. So that's why they throw him in the ring with somebody like that, and he had problems with that dude. So I don't know. And he got put on his ass for the first time ever, man. So I don't know if a dude coming forward gave you problems. What you going how what you gonna do against a motherfucker that's hard to catch? That's all I'm saying. What you say, DJ? Kid stock goes through the roof if he does last all rounds and make a good account of himself. I mean, yeah, I think his stock's pretty high now, but I ain't gonna say through the roof because he got an unlikable dad, man, and that's a reflection of you. So, like, if nobody like your pops, niggas is just gonna want to see you get beat the fuck up, like for real, bro. Like, so it's one of those situations. I like him as a fighter, but his dad is super unlikable. Like that dude be saying some crazy shit. Like I'm up. Like I don't know if you seen that. He went live the other day and shit. He was talking. Hmm. It's like one of them type of situations where it's like, ooh, you know what I mean? You talking some cold cash shit, bro. You might get your son fucked up. Like, I mean, I'm motivated Shakur Stevenson is dangerous, but an extra motivated Shakur Stevenson, not saying the kid Austin ain't dangerous, but I ain't seen nothing to him to where I could be like, oh man, he gonna cook Shakur. Oh, this is a tough test. Man, this is not no 50-50 fight, bro. Like Oscar De La Hoya wasn't capping when he was saying the kid's a prospect still. He still at prospect status. How can you be at prospect status with 19 fights? Well, your level of your competition. That's how. Some niggas get eased into the championship, where other niggas get rushed to the championship. And the ones who get eased to the championship usually are the ones who prosper in boxing. The ones who rush to the championship, it's a 50-50 thing. They can win, they can lose. But I'm trying to tell you, 75% of the time they lose. 25% of the time they win when you get rushed. You know what I mean? So I ain't saying he getting rushed, but damn, if you go by the competition, bro, there ain't nobody even no remotely close to the level of a 3-time world champion. Like, damn, it's like, all right, it's like I want to go from this guy to 3-time world champion. I feel that same way with Keyshawn Davis, man. Like, I think he only got like 11, 12 fights, man. You can't rush these niggas into these title fights, bro, because these champions are a different breed. And I think Kid Austin gonna find that out. Like, I mean, the dad was talking about, who you ever beat that made you this top level guy, and it's like, huh? He beat way better caliber champ. He beat champions. He beat world champions. Like he took belts from other champions. I'm talking in dominating fashion. Like, bro, you ain't even been in a title fight yet. You ain't even fought a world champion yet. Not even one world champion. Just like Boots. You never fought no world champions, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Shakur Stevenson was a champion by the time he was 14 fights. Champion. You know what I mean? By his 18th fight, he was a 3 division champion. Kind of crazy. Like, you know what I mean? There ain't niggas that could do shit like that all the time, man. Like you comparing yourself to somebody who's doing unprecedented shit. All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? All right, yeah, my phone was acting weird for a minute. But like one thing I will say, the one thing I do respect about Turkey Al Sheik is putting fights together to where all the guys who get these trumped up records or they're hyped up because of casuals are getting exposed for what they are. You know what I mean? So I don't like the fact that uh fighters like Schofield and fighters like Keyshawn Davis and all these dudes are getting title shots so early in their careers, bro. Like how I don't like how when we were looking at the contenders list, you know what I mean, for the sanctioning bodies for title shots, we seen Andy Cruz three, four on a couple of them. How's a nigga with 5 fights up in top 5? How? This is the shit that's going on in boxing today. I don't like. A lot of the prospects are getting rushed to the top, and it's ruining their careers. And I think this is the situation we got with Kid Austin. I don't think Kid Austin. I think maybe you want this fight, bro, but like Javante Davis and Corey Stevenson, them niggas is top dogs. Like you should be calling out like Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn Davis, nigga. You calling out Shakur Stevenson, a 3-time world champion, bro. Like your dad's online talking about who has he fought? Like who has he fought, bro? He's fought world champions. He's taken belts from world champions, and he did it in dominating fashion. Your son ain't never even fought a world champion yet. But now he about to fight the 3-time world champion who's like extra defensively sound, who casuals call boring, but we all know that's just code for he hard to hit. Floyd Mayweather was the same way, but they called him the greatest. Some niggas say he better than Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? But Shakur Stevenson's boring because casuals are so enamored by knockout power. Because they don't understand boxing. That's cool. That's just their fault. They just fucking stupid. That's why I'm anti-casual. If you don't understand the science of boxing, what the fuck are you watching it for? I'm only watching it for the knockouts. Go watch UFC then, bitch. You get to see a lot more knockouts in less time. You know what I mean? No, I mean, don't come over here ruining my sport with your fucking weak ass logic. But anyway, I digress because I'll start, rambling on forever about fucking casuals. Yeah, punches anti-casual. I like that phrase. I'm acquainted. I'm gonna get a shirt to say it, anti-casual on that motherfucker. But yeah, man, I think I agree with Oscar De La Hoya. I completely 100% agree. Like that, the kid's still a prospect, nigga, and you shouldn't be fighting Shakur Stevenson not right now, man. Like the level of competition, they nowhere near. Like, you know what I mean? There's levels to this shit. Like, I don't know why it's like today's fighters, I seem to go over their head. They want to skip the levels that it take to become great in boxing. They just want to jump just to the front, just from prospect to champion. Like, you know how many times I've been done in fighting? Like you jump just right from prospect to just champ. Like you know how hard that is to do, right? That's like extremely hard to do. Like that ain't easy. Only a few people ever did that. Like, and I'm guessing. But if I'm gonna research that tonight too. I want to see how many prospects jump right from prospect to champion. But I don't think a lot have done it. I would say maybe I'm gonna guess and say 15 people. Yeah, that little bit jump from prospect to champion. That ain't easy. There's like a road. There's like a map. There's like a map you travel to champion in boxing, bro. Because you don't want to get thrown in there one of them fucking lions too early, bro. Who done been through some shit or experienced some shit or done seen the style or done seen your style a million times, nigga, or tailor made for your fucking style. Errol Spence had to find that out the hard way against Terrence Crawford, man. Telling you. Like, what if you get in there and then you tailor made for this nigga? Which you look like you are. I ain't never seen Floyd go for a fight on the back foot. He just gonna come forward. Against Shakur Stevenson? Oh, Shakur Stevenson got knockout power like Javante Davis, but he got knockouts and he's counter punching is superior. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, man. So if a person was to ask me, who was you gonna take, Schofield or Stevenson? That's a dumb question. If a person want to ask me, knowing how much I know about boxing, if a person gonna ask me, who am I to take, Benavidez, Morrell? It's another dumb question. Like, you know who I'm taking in these fights, bro. I'm not taking a nigga I'm not taking the prospect. They both still prospects. I'm not taking them against world champions. Man, you crazy, bro. My money's on the world champion, nigga, not the prospect. Sorry. I done seen prospects get embarrassed too many times trying to get rushed to the fucking top, bro. And this is both what these two situations are, man. Niggas got rushed to the fucking top, nigga. Now, one thing I will say about the Benavidez and Morrell thing, the timing is good. But they ain't really got nobody to fight anyway. They both didn't look too good in their last fight, so to fight each other is actually a really good step up because it's going to pretty much guarantee that the winner of B-Ball better be in. So that's cool. I don't mind that one, but I think Morrell is rushed. This is a rush fight, and he gonna get cooked. Cooked. I said that. Cooked. Like he gonna get beat the fuck up, and I don't want to hear no excuses when I be laughing like a motherfucker when we calling that fight, because I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna enjoy every second of it, every second. And my man Slick is going on later on tonight talk about this shit too. I'm gonna hop on his stream and talk more about this shit because this is a hot topic. Like all these niggas with no fights is getting title shots, bro. Is that shit good for boxing for real? I don't know. See, every time I have streams like this, when I'm cooking like this, like you know what I mean, where I'm having like a real good deep conversation with the niggas that's listening, I got one person in the house and they absorbing all this good content. And you know, the thing about live streams, this is what make them stupid. People don't watch them after they're done. They don't. And then when they do come in, they never come in when you're cooking. They come in when you're talking about some other shit, or when somebody else come up on the panel and we talking about a whole wide range of shit. Because my fucking topic never can hardly stay on boxing, especially when I'm talking about it by myself. Like I got to switch to something else or I'll get bored. Even though boxing is one of my favorite sports, but nigga, my team don't play till Sunday. You know what I mean? I don't care about the game today or that other game. I don't care about the fucking Chiefs keep on fucking squeezing out, like barely surviving. Like I don't care about that shit. You know what I mean? I wonder what's going on with Heavy though, man. I ain't seen that nigga in a minute. For real. Yeah, man, DJ, I agree. Polar opposites, rush too early or never take tough fights, man. Like they like the fighters that they don't take the tough fights. Some do. Like I noticed this that the guys that be whooping everybody's ass, nobody want to fight them. You know, I mean, you'll see the occasional guy get in there for enough money, man. But like that's not, I think that's what it really be like with Javante Davis. I think a lot of people be saying they want to fight him, bro. But when the time when his name come across their desk, bro, like yeah, I think they get nervous, bro. I think the same thing happened with Canelo Alvarez and Crawford too. They talk all that shit, and then that nigga name come across their desk. Again, and they weasel out of that shit. I'm serious, man. The backstage of this shit is crazy, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's one of them things where you don't want to stick your head back there in that door, nigga. Cause a lot of your favorite fighters are gonna have you. You gonna be disappointed, nigga. Telling you. You know what I mean? For real, baby. I mean, is anything I'm saying wrong, DJ? Like, I mean, think about this, bro. Do you really think Kid Austin has a chance against Historic Stevenson? Match those styles together. You've been watching boxing long enough to match those styles together. Is that a good style for Shakur? No. I mean, for Schofield? No, it's not. How many times have we ever seen Floyd Schofield fight backing up? What if Shakur Stevenson back him up? Bro, the shit he's talking like, listen, Shakur Stevenson, a motivated Shakur? Man, did you see what he did to JoJo Diaz, nigga? Please better quit playing. You do not want a highly motivated version. You're gonna get like a Terrence Crawford. You're gonna get a Jamal Herring type performance, man. What if he come out and cooking like the same way he did Jamal Herring? Because Kid Austin's style is very similar to Jamal Herring's style. If you really watch boxing, you would notice this. He's Jamal Herring with more power. Am I wrong? You know what I mean? I'm being honest. Yeah, come on up, DJ. That's cool. I don't care if people's watching it or not. I just be liking when I got people to talk boxing with because people eventually will come. You know what I mean? My shit don't stay at zero the whole stream. Never. Even my first stream wasn't like that. So yeah, come on up. You can come on up. We can talk some boxing, bro. You know, I'm always down for that. You know, you got RC in the group chat in fucking NFL mode. I ain't trying to hear that shit right now, nigga. I'm in boxing mode. I ain't in NFL mode till my team is playing. I don't really. I follow. I keep an eye on other niggas' teams, but I don't watch every goddamn game. Oh no, no. Only the ones that interest me. And Kansas City versus the Raiders didn't interest me because I had Kansas City winning that game anyway. I was surprised they came that close to losing to them. So I'm excited to play Kansas City. I can't wait till they come to Pittsburgh. I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a really nice Christmas. You know what I mean? What else did we talk about though? Like there's a lot of crazy shit going on, man. So we got the all right, so I don't know if that Riyadh season card is really gonna be the real deal, bro. But if that's a real card, bro, that possibly, no, fuck possibly, that is going to go down as probably the greatest card, boxing card ever, man. With all them fights get assembled, man. You know what I mean? But I don't think Like, yeah, and another thing, DJ, that we could talk about, bro. I don't think Virgil and Boots is happening. I don't think they want that fight. I don't think Boots and them want that fight. They everybody listen. They always gonna say yeah on camera. Nobody's gonna sit up there and say no. I don't want to fight that nigga. They're gonna always say yeah. You know what I mean? But then behind closed doors, they're gonna be like, hell no, nigga. Nigga, if Karen was landing on, can you imagine if Virgil Ortiz hit him with them shots that Karen was landing? Oh, you telling me all of a sudden Boots is gonna turn into a magician fighting backwards? I ain't seen it yet, nigga. Can't convince me it's gonna ever happen. I ain't seen it yet. For real. Yeah, man, cause it's a goddamn shame, man. They ain't letting you watch boxing up there in Australia, bro. That's bullshit, man. That's because it must not be a very, very popular sport up there. Y'all get y'all champions every here and there, and then but rugby is king, man. Like, you know what I mean? I get that. The NFL do that to boxing here too, man. All the great fighters, like a lot of the great heavyweights, is offensive linemen, defensive linemen, linebackers and shit. Still, yeah, same thing happens. But fucking yeah, man, Boots ain't gonna fight Ortiz. I don't see that happening. I would be surprised because if you get these reports, you know what I mean, you got one report saying, oh, they verbally agreed. Then you got another report saying, oh yeah, like they the final touches of the contract. Then you got Eddie Hearn saying, what, man, we're not even leaving 47. We sending contracts to other fighters. What the fuck is going on, bro? So like it's just too much speculation going on. You know what I get from that? They don't want to fight Ortiz, bro. So don't be surprised, man. Like, remember what I said in my video when we talked about Terrence Crawford's opponents? Remember who I said, man. You know, because as many as these Boots Ortiz shit you got coming out all over the place, man. In reality, nigga, Eddie Hearn come out and knock that off the sky real quick. And you know he don't know how to shut his mouth. And again, what did he say? I'm sending contracts to all the champions at 47. We're gonna try to get Boots undisputed. Yeah, because he realized real quick, maybe I shouldn't go up here to 54 and try these hard hitting motherfuckers. And Virgil's not coming down to 47 where the nigga got super sick and almost and ended up in the hospital twice. That ain't gonna happen. So it'll be some shady shit to try to bring him down to 47 when you know the nigga was having health problems down there. Much healthier at 54. So you gonna have to come up. And you ain't trying to come up there and feel that power. You ain't trying to come feel that power. I'm convinced you ain't trying to come feel that power. So yeah, don't anticipate Boots Virgil. That ain't happening no time soon. He ain't coming up from 47. No way. He ain't even look good. He ain't even look good at 47 yet to come up to 54. He ain't even looked good enough. You know, he could say all he want. I'm gonna come up to 54. Eddie Hearn said, no, you ain't. No, you ain't. Just like nigga Ryan Garcia tried to have a fight, and then Oscar said, hold up, my name ain't on the banner. Suing y'all. Oh, you agreed to have a fight with me? Yeah, I agreed to have a fight with you if it was under De La Hoya, if it was under Golden Boy Promotions, nigga, that's not their promotions. Come on, man. You my fighter, nigga. My name got to be on the banner somewhere. He should have knew that. That was bad. That was stupid from Ryan Garcia. How did you not expect him not to want to make no money off you, bro? You're his fighter. Duh. That was just stupid. Yeah, he's right that Floyd Schofield is a prospect. He is. You can't be offended by that. You know what I mean? The shit that get under my skin is the shit the dad talk. The dad talks way too much shit. I'm about to play a video and we gonna hear him talk shit. And it's crazy, bro. It's like, bro, you talk this much shit, man. Like, it's crazy, man. I'm telling you, hold on. Hold on. RC, what up, bro?
Hold on, I gotta hold on. Let me mute. I gotta turn this. All right, I'm back,
What's going on, player? How
bro.
you been, man? Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you, man. Happy holidays to you and the entire family.
I appreciate
But
it,
hey,
dog.
you just see what I just put in the chat?
I seen you put this as unfucking believable, but I don't know what's going on.
I want you to take a second. It's only a minute and 14 seconds. I need you to watch that it is gonna make you change the whole title of your live. I thought you was going live in 7 minutes. I was trying to catch you before you went live.
Yeah, I went earlier.
Check this out. Just take a minute and 14 and check that out. We're gonna take a small commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Punch, I'll be
Hold
right
on.
back. He's really about to cook.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me go see what's going on real quick. Y'all two hold it down for a second. What's up, DJ?
G'day, Punch. It's been a little while. Feels like it's been a little while anyway.
Oh, DJ, you need to find other things other than boxing, man. There's plenty going on.
Yeah, look, and to be honest, I'm watching some other stuff that I'm interested in here that's going on over here in Australia. But it annoys me a little bit that for all of the prospects and the professionals and all of the people that, you just waste a weekend almost if they're not putting something on your plate to chew on. That's kind of it. Like, I'm not gonna sit in the corner and sulk because I didn't get to watch a boxing match. But over the last few months, it does feel a little bit different in that there's always been something at least half interesting to watch. Normally, they would have put the DAZN fight nights on their Friday night, my Saturday. So
Right.
UK and US Friday night and Saturday for me, because Slick and I have quite often sat on a Saturday just on one of his lives and just watched some of the fights.
Right.
Happy Thanksgiving. Sounds like
Man,
that you were fed well, RC.
Oh man, I tried. Like I said, I had to work half a day. I got a little food the second half, but man, it's always great to have a holiday because the kids are out of school, families together. So it's not bad, man. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It's just a big turn of event. I'm just kind of flabbergasted right now because there was a big turn of events in the boxing world. I don't know if you just seen the thing what I put in the chat.
No, I haven't.
Hey, yo, RC. Oh
Yo,
man,
now I can watch it.
Oh,
go ahead and watch it, DJ.
done.
And you come back. You come right back, DJ.
We got another Diddy Cassie situation going on.
I don't think.
Hey yo,
Punch.
the
I don't think it's gonna be no fight at all.
The timing is crazy, bro.
I
No
don't
fight
think
now.
I don't think they're gonna fight at all.
That nigga's getting canceled after. Oh man, thrashing this woman.
He choked the dog till he had to tell her to stand up or I'll blow your head off.
Damn, he one of those. Crazy.
Yeah.
He look like one of them type niggas too. Yup, he got that look.
Yeah.
That nigga got that look. And you know that look, RC, them niggas, yup.
That
You're
is not
done. All that shit
not-
gonna rub. That's it. They're gonna splash all that on his son now.
Yeah, of course. Like father, like son.
Yep, they gonna splash all that on his son. Now they gonna start digging on his shit and try and find wild shit on him.
But no, this is the question that Floyd Schofield Jr. can't have. Do you know about? Did you see your dad do this before?
Definitely seen it, bro. Come on, man. We all see our parents cutting the fuck up. We see it.
Right. So
yep.
come on,
we
bro.
all see it.
It's gonna fall on him whether he likes it or not.
If that's a girlfriend, he definitely was doing Mom Dukes like that. He probably had to pull pops off Mom Dukes a couple times.
Yeah, of course.
Nigga, yeah. Come on. Because once we reach a certain age, we ain't with it. You feel me, bruh? Nigga, we ain't with it. Nigga, at all.
Bro, that's bad timing, dog.
Yeah, man. And in this type of society too, boy.
Oh,
yeah. Nigga.
Cancel culture.
Ooh.
So
if Schofield. Bro, cause you know Shakur Stevenson got that shit trending, nigga. Auntie Schofield, that nigga's pissed.
Whoa.
If the sanctioning bodies or the boxing commissions had any integrity and backbone,
oh my God,
they would just be in that bloke straight away, right? You can't come to any sanctioned boxing matches ever. Get out. Fuck off.
Oh,
yeah, bro.
They're about to distance themselves from him for shit like that. They don't want to be associated with shit like that. Golden Boy.
And you know they're gonna highlight the video because I think they said he pulled a gun out on a lady.
Well, forget about the boxing. That's the bit that gets missed in it. What about the poor lady? Like
Yeah,
Swear to
she's a
God,
female. Come on, you
yeah,
can't be doing that.
I can't. And that shit makes your blood boil, bro.
yeah. That's bad, bro.
Well, all it does is it makes a whole heap of men around the world and around the country want to
The
actually
want to
go and
whoop
put
his
him,
ass.
yeah, go and
Yep,
put him in his
yep.
place, right?
Yeah, that's all he about to be having is men running up on him like,
If
man, you a bitch.
mate, if he
About to-
if he
Oh,
goes to jail for that, he's going to get some special treatment for beating up on a woman.
yeah, that's not tolerated. And it's crazy. The timing is crazy, bro. Like,
And,
and
and
what
they dropped it an hour ago.
you know what make that funny? RC, bro. Shakur tweeted some shit earlier talking about, bro, I don't care about what no nigga's doing in his personal life, nigga. I just want to beat his son's ass. And then 4 hours later, nigga, this drops, bro. He can't be that ruthless, can he?
Yeah, he can. No, Eddie Hearn can. Eddie
Eddie,
Hearn can.
Eddie Hearn could be that ruthless. Like Sakura seemed like a real nigga, bro. I wouldn't take it there either. Like, damn, man, you know how it is when you getting into it, people will start digging and start sending stuff to these people, like YouTubers, all that.
Right.
People start sending you shit, and he said it like, stop sending me shit like that. And it must have been something like that. Like, yo, that's not my business. You know, we know how you try to mind your business. That don't happen around you. You try to kind of mind niggas like that always get caught up. So he's like, all right, he gonna get caught up eventually, and then bam, bam. It's all gonna rain down on your son, bro. Like that's fucked up. That's
Yeah,
about to
yeah,
happen.
yeah.
I would like to think that if his son was there, you can see a little arrow. There was someone in the background that they should intervene. Say, hey, enough of that. But
Oh, like I was saying, DJ, his son is gonna get the question. Have you seen or been around your dad when he displayed this type of behavior before? And he has to answer that question.
Mark Wynn, what up, bro? You say fire away. Yeah, get his ass out of there.
yeah, no, he's talking to me. I've got some questions for him. I was hoping if he's got time, I'll wait. If he comes up either here or on Slicks Live, I'll just ask him because I'm not sure. I didn't watch it word for word, but I just sort of clicked a little bit through what Mark and Slick were talking about last night. I missed it. So, getting back to your topics, Punch, where do you want to start with all this boxing stuff? So, did you answer my question about has Shakur even tested his hand in the ring yet? Like, it's all well and good you going.
A video came out about 4 days ago showing him hitting the pads.
Hitting the pad, so he hasn't hit anyone in the head to really test his
Well, it ain't just
his
well,
hand yet.
he probably ain't. They probably won't let him spar yet. That's probably just a test to see if he can spar. When you hurt your hand, you gotta be real careful with that. So,
Yeah, but
right,
watch this from a
that's
conspiracy
his
theory.
money maker right there. So you gotta be
So
real
they,
careful. So it was good news that it was hitting pads. So that's a good sign. That's a good
yeah,
first.
but like even if a contract is signed, right, with Kid Austin, just smell this. Like, how often do you see this?
Oh, I mean,
I
we could.
need more.
It's kind of hard
I
to have
need.
a conversation now, DJ, because after what we just witnessed, man, I think Golden Boy about to be like, you gotta get rid of your daddy, or we cutting y'all. It's like
Yeah, but
you know how it could get over here with that type of shit, bro. Like everybody will rain down on you, dog.
Yeah, that's
well,
true, DJ. That's a big American thing. They
Straight
they
up,
not gonna they not gonna
that shit's
promote him.
not tolerated, dog.
They're not gonna promote him with that, bro. That
Yeah,
fight shouldn't even be mentioned at this point.
okay. So look, let's take Kid Austin out of it, right?
yeah.
So
His dad
he's
just
not.
ruined his shit.
He's. I want to focus on Shakur for a minute because my questions aren't specifically about Kid Austin. They're more about Shakur.
All
Now,
right.
I thought I'd caught an interview maybe, I don't know, 3 weeks ago maybe, where Shakur was having an interview. They were asking about the surgery in the hand, and he said, oh, look, I won't really know until I actually get in the ring and do like full contact sparring and punch someone in the head to see whether it holds up. So, being the conspiracy theorist that RC's made me with all the education he's given me about boxing politics, is that it wouldn't surprise me, and maybe through no fault of Shakur's, that if he does get back into sparring and he starts hitting some hard heads and it hasn't healed properly yet and it's a little bit sore, any deal that's made for January or February then gets called off and pushed out anyway. So, it's conditional that whether it's a Cambosis, whether it's a Kid Austin, whether it's somebody else, right? I still think that before you get too excited, even if a contract's signed and they start promoting it, you need to see Shakur hand make it through the whole
Camp.
the whole training on the lead
Yeah.
up to the fight. So because it only takes the wrong angle or a wrong side of the head or an elbow or something like that in the wrong place, and he's back to square one, and he needs to rest and let it heal properly. So I'd be very skeptical. Well, me personally, maybe still excited, but still a little bit skeptical that I wouldn't believe that fight's going to happen until Shakur gets through his healthy training right up till fight night.
Well, you know, one thing I can say, the benefit, like, these boxers today, fighters, all fighters actually today, the top ones, you know, they got access to some of the best, you know what I mean, medical.
Well, what the fuck happened to Charlo then? What happened to Mel Charlo, who fucking needed
Bro, he's
12
an
months,
overpaid fighter, bro. He's sitting back playing.
12 months for a hand to heal?
Bro, that's what happened when you overpay him, man. Keith Thurman is a great example, bro. When you overpay a fighter, they don't have to fight as much, man. They don't. They both got $10 million for their last fights. What they need to fight for?
Oh no,
Yeah.
Mel got more than that. Mel got 20.
Mel got $20 million, but he was getting
20.
10 to fight. He got $10 million for Castano before that. It's like, bro,
He
what?
got 20. He
I
got
don't
20 to
fight
fight
get
Canelo.
$10 million to fight once a year when most fighters is only getting fucking $700,000. Nigga, that's why, DJ, you answered your own question. They're overpaid. They're fighting these top name guys for like the gigantic purses, man.
But would it be the first time in the world that someone goes into a full training camp and then somewhere through that training camp says, "Oh no, I need to postpone it and call it off because my injury hasn't healed properly, or I've re-injured something"?
Then he get, man. I understand y'all still steaming about him not getting that Zoo not getting his shot, but
No.
your
Don't.
wrist like that. That's the only time I ever seen Charlo get hurt like that during training. That was the first for me. I don't know. I don't know. I
William,
could be wrong, but I think that
William
was the first time he
Zabita,
ever got hurt in training like that.
William Zabita just got hurt. Just got hurt like that. He hurt his hand.
Like, yeah, man. Sometimes you keep cracking a nigga on his head, man. You are gonna hurt your hand. That's a common thing in boxing. Actually, your hands will be swollen as hell sometimes. Like some dudes, you be punching so much in the face, like you know what I mean, that your hands is literally hurting afterwards because like, damn, you wouldn't go down.
All I'm saying is that as excited that you can be about Shakur getting back in the ring with whoever it is, tomato can, contender, prospect,
I mean, we got to
whoever it
see
is.
for at least once this year, though. Like we got to see him.
Yeah, I just saying that I would remain, me personally, will remain skeptical until that I see him step into the ring or the weigh in the day before and he's fully healthy.
And where they saying he got brittle hands and all that. No, this is his first hand injury. Like people just say shit, like just to say it, and it's annoying. Like that's why he's like, don't pay attention to that bullshit. But I think his hand, he wouldn't be hitting the pads if his hand was still like not ready.
Yeah.
Like these fighters, like this shit be in their contracts, bro. Unless you get okayed by a doctor, you better not be doing it. You know what I mean? Like for real.
See, I can hear your kids in the background.
Yeah, they're chilling.
Now, I gave the whole Boots and Virgil a whole heap of thought because it just didn't make sense to me, right? I thought, well, hang on, what the hell's going on here? Who actually benefits from this? If Virgil goes to 147, Boots or Virgil doesn't benefit from it, regardless of the result. And if Boots was to go to 54 and Virgil wins, well, other than a cash payout, it really doesn't help Virgil force his way into a title fight anyway, because Boots isn't really at 54 yet anyway. And then I got to thinking a little bit more.
You shouldn't have the thing, DJ. I gave you the answer in the chat, brother.
Yeah. But I see, looking past that, I'm not going to argue with the cash grab, right?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about really where the politics and the dusts have settled at 147. And I'm starting to think that if there's two promoters or 2.5 promoters, so Matchroom / Riyadh, that don't get along is Matchroom and PBC, right? Very tough for them to make fights. Very tough. So when you're looking at the Stanionis and Barrios situation at 147, they're PBC, right? Then I'm also wondering whether there's been some internal fallout because Bob doesn't like it between Norman Jr. Trying to set up a contract that didn't go through Top Rank, right? So
He
maybe
heard though.
Bob's gone.
Not to cut you in, but
Well,
Norman hurt. That don't even count.
what?
Norman is hurt. That's why they don't even count.
Yeah, but either way, so when you look at it from a boots camp perspective or a matchroom perspective, right? If there is if Top Rank does have a bit of a rash on their ass with the Norman crew, they're not going to be keen to set up a title fight with Eddie and Matt Boots. And then if Boots wants to go across the pond or across the road to PBC, that's an unlikely event too. So it may well be that Boots is actually forced to actually start looking up because the matches that he really wants at 147 are just too hard to make.
You missed the whole play over the summer, DJ. I thought I was walking you along the boxing bullshit. Now we gotta revisit it because you missed it, DJ.
Nah.
You missed it, DJ.
I can't have an opinion, RC. Is that what you're saying?
No. This is what I'm saying. That's a great opinion.
Because I'm asking a question as much as I'm voicing an opinion.
Right. That was a great opinion and a great question. Like I always been taught, there's no such thing as a bad question. But I gotta remind you of the turn of events. How it was a lot of bullshit that you witnessed this summer. Remember the whole Boots versus Brian Norman thing? Top Rank never had a rash on their ass for a fight that never was going to happen. You got to understand, it came about because they say hindsight is 2020. Brian Norman was hurt since June of 2024. That whole fiasco you see between Brian Norman Sr. and Eddie Hearn was a fiasco because his son couldn't fight in November any fucking way. He was hurt the whole time. It was a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of smoke.
Okay, but
it never was going to happen.
But that doesn't necessarily answer my question about whether Boots is actually officially or unofficially frozen out against all other champs at 147. That's just the Norman Jr. circus that was right at the time.
Right.
But the other thing is that, okay, for sake of conversational debate, Brian Norman Jr. is still injured today, right? Let's just leave that part out of it.
Actually, he still is. So we'll go ahead.
Well,
he still is.
But when you say I'm missing the whole landscape, you might have missed the whole entirety of my question and what I was saying is that if Boots needs a credible opponent at 47 and those credible opponents, other than Norman Jr., right, are sitting in the PBC stable, I'm saying that they might be the most difficult fights for him to make with the relationship between PBC, Turkey / Matchroom. So if you can't get those credible opponents from the Matchroom stable, and I'm saying if, right, does that now actually force him from a practical terms to start looking up into the 54 divisions and saying, well, what options do I have?
I understand that question, but I'm about to tell you something else that you that I need to highlight just to situate your question. The PBC versus Matchroom dynamic is not that wide of a bridge. It's not that wide of a river, I should say, and not that big of a bridge. Being the common denominator between the both is Turkey Al-Rashid, because Turkey Al-Rashid has since shown PBC would work with him, and they would work with him to get to Matchroom. So the Stanionis fight and the Barrios fight, if Boots would so seek it, or Eddie Hearn would so seek it, because that's why I'm uncovering the bullshit for you. It could happen. But this is the thing. There's two important factors. First, Eddie Hearn wants to put Boots in there with him. See, one thing about this boxing stuff that I've seen, because I've interviewed Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn, I have the unfortunate thing to say of one of the people you ever spoke with in your life. Eddie Hearn has lied to me in my face. I can say that with confidence, right? And it's on Slick's channel. You can look in the archives. He's lied to me in my fucking face. So Eddie Hearn the question is really is this: does Eddie Hearn want to put Boots in there with those guys? Okay, say Eddie Hearn says yes. Turkey Al-Rashid needs to make it happen. That's all. It could be an undercard on any of the Radar seasons. It's not like the days before Turkey Al-Rashid where the beef was real. Every beef is quelled with him because he's paying for the fights. And as you've seen, and even coming up where they rumored this February 22nd, PBC is on there. PBC was on an August 3rd Radar season. It was on another Radar season. That is not hard as you think. Now the question you need to refocus that question of saying this: does Eddie Hearn want this to happen? Because Oscar De La Hoya showed a lot of people about how these promoters roll. On the DM, he said Floyd Schofield Sr. I don't want your son to fight Shakur. I'm advising you against it because I want to build you, which means in layman's terms or DJ or Mark Wynn's terms, you need to fight tomato cans so I feel like we want to put you in a championship fight. Y'all don't like that. I know you and Mark hate the fuck out of it, but guess what? It's boxing. So it may be a thing where Eddie wants to build Jerron. And he's gonna flirt and just throw it out there. Yeah, we want to fight Stanionis. We want to fight this. We want to fight this. He don't want to fight nobody, DJ. Just keeping it real. He don't. He wants to build Boots and make a little change on the way up. Because trust me, Eddie Hearn sees the fights just like you saw, DJ. And what you saw when you saw Jerron Boots in there with Karen, what did you see?
Recklessness.
And Eddie Hearn saw that too. And Eddie Hearn saw that too. And guess what recklessness does to Eddie Hearn's pockets? Destroys them. And Eddie Hearn is not in the business. Bob Arum is not in the business. Al Heyman is not in the business. Frank Warren is not in the business of wrecking their pockets. They will hold a fighter back intentionally. Because I'm giving you some good shit now. It sounds bad, but I'm giving you some good shit now. They're in the business of building a fighter and making money. And I can't make no money if I just throw your ass out there to get your ass whipped.
So let's play it out just in a hypothetical. Play this out for me because I've tried to play it out in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Say Boots goes to 54 and fights Virgil, and he's on the wrong end of that night for whatever reason. Say he loses, right?
He loses. Mm-hmm.
How the hell does that build Boots? I think that's a worse position to be in, that you went up and got beat at 54 than if you went to unify against one of the other 147 champs. Particularly, and the only reason I think that is because while Boots is a champion at 47, it's very easy and very normal to put a rematch clause into your actual contract. So even if he was to be beat at 47, accidentally or otherwise, robbery or bad night, whatever it might be, the rematch clause allows him to climb straight back on the mantle, which he can't do if he goes to 54 and fights any of them up there. So it's a loss that you never get back.
But you're missing the biggest point. You know what the biggest point is? And you know what Eddie Hearn is concerned about? And with Boots' bread and butter is when he goes to 50 to 4 to fight Virgil and possibly loses. You know what the caveat is? I know you're a smart man. You can tell me.
I'm waiting
Boots
for it,
still, the,
RC.
Boots still the champion.
Yeah, but all you're doing is you're actually just feeding exactly what I just put out to you in a different way, right?
That's he learned it from Al Heyman. Okay, Al Heyman is bringing up Lamont Roach to fight Tank. Lamont Roach is a 130 champion. He knows Lamont Roach will get his ass whooped. But who gave a fuck? I'm still the champion. And guess what? I got a career payday out of it. Believe it or not, February 22nd, Boots gets in the ring with Virgil. He still gets $5 million. He's
Well,
going to
that's
walk in there or out of there with the IBF welterweight champion of the world. Loss or no loss. You don't lose anything.
Punch. Do you want your
It's
channel
really
back?
it's a foolproof method.
Punch. Do you want your channel back? We've been chatting here for a little while.
I'm just saying. It's the foolproof method. Win or lose, I'm still the champion. I'm
Yeah,
still going to demand. I'm still A side. I'm still headline. I still keep unified with anybody at welterweight because I'm still a champion. When do I lose? I only gain. I gained $5 million. And plus I'm coming in goddamn Saudi Arabia with the confidence that I'm gonna beat Virgil.
So, okay. Well, let me go the other way. This is why I wouldn't be a good promoter.
Mhm.
Because off the back of what I would call it recklessness, because he just wasn't defensively responsible or anything in his last fight, Boots, right?
Right.
That's why I call it reckless. But if I saw that and the fans saw that, and you see some of the responses from, the fans and, bits and pieces that say, well, the next fight needs to be not a tomato can, but it needs to be a wash. It needs to be an absolute dominant performance, right? For building the reputation of this fighter or keeping the reputation of this fighter.
Mhm.
I wouldn't personally do that or try to do that against a Virgil Ortiz because there's potential for shit to go pear-shaped real quick, the way that Virgil can hit. So,
Correct.
So when you put it down on paper and you say not a great dominant win in your last one, and then potentially or theoretically you put a second loss like an upset, a knockout loss, or at worst, right next to that, the product that is Boots has been damaged. Yes, he's still a champion at 47. Yes, he can still unify and all those sorts of things. I accept what you're saying there. But the brand that is Boots in us gets damaged. And
I'm sorry.
And for me, when you're so heavily reliant on ticket sales and pay-per-views, if your product gets damaged enough, you're going to lose customers, or, well, they should be treated as customers, but they are fans. You're going to lose fans not wanting to be on that bandwagon and ride that coattail of success. Because let's face it, fans only like to attach them. Some fans only like to attach themselves to winners, right?
Mhm.
As soon as they lose something or they're suspect, they don't want to be anywhere near it. They only want to attach themselves to winners. So there's just that aspect of it. So look, yes, I might have overthought it, and look, it doesn't surprise me that it's just a money grab or any of those sorts of things. But it just really surprised me that out of everyone, they picked Virgil. Considering there's probably
Turkey
some
picked
decent.
Virgil.
Hey?
Turkey picked Virgil. Trust me, Turkey did that.
Wow. Well, Turkey doesn't owe Oscar anything really, or Golden Boy. They gave him they gave him a full Latino night. I reckon that was a gift to Oscar more than anything.
Hey man, like I said, man, it's a thing of, especially with the sport of boxing. I know you heard of this before, but I'm gonna say it again. Fuck the fans, and I'm about to show you why I say fuck the fans, because you make a great
You watch
you
your
make a great point.
language, young man.
You about,
You
but watch
watch
this.
your language. Oh, hang
Watch
on,
this.
RC.
I'm about to tell you why.
I gotta stop you right there. This is
Can I explain
important.
myself?
This
Uh-huh.
is really important, RC. Let me get
Uh-huh.
this out.
Yeah, go ahead.
My God, if it hasn't been months, years, decades, or centuries, look who's joined. Heavy bag. Far too long. Far too long. Welcome back. Get your ass up here and tell us what's
Punch
been
gonna,
going on.
Punch
Take your
gonna put them
rightful
on.
place.
Punch gonna put them on because I'm about to get off. I gotta finish my football game because it's at halftime.
Yeah, I'm
Look,
right here. I just listening to y'all.
I'm about to tell you why it's fuck the fans, and I'm gonna get out your way. It's fuck the fans because you make a good point. He shouldn't do that. He'll take a loss. He'll lose fans by taking a loss, right? That's is essentially what you're saying, right, DJ?
It's not what I'm saying. It's proven. Every sport in
Okay.
history, the bigger the win or the longer the win record, people just want to attach themselves to champions. It's easier for them.
Okay, but they pretty much want to be around the winners. Anybody take an L is fuck them. They ain't shit no more, right?
Heavy
Watch
bag
this.
in the building, nigga. Where you been at, bro?
That's what I just said, Punch.
You don't fuck with us, bro. We never see you no more. What up, dog?
Shout out to Heavy. But I'm gonna say this because my game about to come on halftime, about to end real quick. I'm about to tell you how the fuck the fan thing work in boxing. Tim Tszyu. Let's take Tim Tszyu for instance. Tim Tszyu announced a fight. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit.
Oh.
Tim Tszyu announced a fight. Are you gonna watch or aren't you gonna watch? I ain't saying you're gonna cheer for him, but are you gonna watch?
Well, what you're doing is you're assuming that I'm like every other fan that only supports
I'm
winners.
not. I just asked a question. Whether you gonna root for him or not, you're gonna watch it. Yes, right?
Yes.
And you're aware that he come off 2 losses, not 1, but 2 losses. You're aware of that, right?
Yep.
That's why it's called fuck the fans, DJ. You have a good night. Shout out to you, Punch. Y'all hold it down. Hey, shout out to Heavy, man. I'm about to go to what you call him. DJ, remember, fuck the fans. They gonna watch it in fucking way. Y'all have a good night.
Anti-casual. See? I told you, DJ, you want to keep on sticking your head behind that goddamn door. You ain't gonna like what you see, man. Fucking with RC.
It's RC's normal form. He likes to agitate somewhere and then just run off. But I don't think it's about being a casual at all. I don't think that anything that I've said's incorrect. It's just whose motivations. Is it Boots's? Is it the promoters? All those sorts of things. So, look, you brought it up earlier anyway, Punch. You asked me up for a bit of a yarn and discussion. And I just thought, look, these are some of the things that I've been thinking about when the whole Virgil Boots potential fight came up.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking bullshit misdirection throwing everybody off. You know what I mean? Trying to match this fight up because everybody want Boots to get cooked so bad because the hype train didn't hit a wall. But at the same time, like, you got all these fucking media dudes on Twitter and all that shit saying Boots and Ortiz this day, Facebook, Boots and Ortiz that day. But then you got Eddie Hearn saying, no, I'm sending contracts to all the all the champions. We try and get Boots undisputed. That make more sense to me than going up to 54 and possibly getting knocked the fuck out, bro.
Well, the worst thing, like
when you
I was
didn't
sort of
do
saying,
nothing at 47 to go up yet, bro. Like, you going up because you feel like you outgrew the weight, or you feel like you getting hit too much. I don't understand, because it looks like you're only going up because you think you're getting hit too much, but you think you're gonna get hit less at 54. It don't make no sense to me, DJ. Could I be wrong?
No, I'm picking up what you're putting down. You can understand why I sat there and I was asking you all in the group chat. I said, someone make sense of this for me, other than just a blind cash grab, which Turkey can do because he's got the money to do it. I just found it really interesting that out of all of them, they picked Boots. Virgil. And
Well, that's
there's some.
because you got Virgil's fans is down for him to get a shot at real contender because they defending that goddamn bullshit ass last performance, and Boots' fans are doing the same thing because they gave a lot of people who didn't think Boots was on the level of Crawford anyway a lot of ammunition. You know what I mean? And shoot at their asses. You know what I mean? Especially when we seen all his fans walking out. So see, that was a gut shot to Jerron Ennis that he ain't expected. You know what I mean? To see coming. So they want to match these two guys up so they can erase the failures of their past fights. In my opinion, this is what I think is going on. But I already told you, I made a video about this too. I already speculated on who Virgil's next opponent is going to be. You know what I mean? Because you ain't heard Virgil Ortiz is super active on Twitter, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I follow all these fighters, and he ain't say nothing about Boots on there. You think he wouldn't have said nothing? You think Boots is super active on Twitter? You think he wouldn't have said nothing? Nah. No, there ain't nothing coming from the fighters. Nothing coming from the promoter. This is all just fan speculation that people like to fucking run with, man. And I don't let it twist my mind all up. You know what I mean? I look at the direct sources. You know what I mean, or the people closest to these people. If they ain't saying nothing, then that shit's bullshit. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Well, the other thing is if Turkey wants to stay true to actually rewarding the fighters that come across and fight on his cards, why not just offer up the winner of Madrimov and Boachuk the Boots next year?
Again, I don't think he's coming up to 54. Those guys are all three of them names those are all heavy hitters. Like nothing he never faced before. Like he never faced nothing like that before. I looked at Boots' resume, maybe one or two power threats. Those guys are all power threats, like serious ones. Like it's just one of them things. It's like nah. I don't like, and like you said earlier. I agree with what you said earlier. Like neither one of it really don't like. All it is a name on both their resumes. They're not really fighting for anything. You know what I mean? It's more lucrative to wait to at least one of them have a title. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Virgil ain't coming down. Boots is definitely gonna have to come up. So we'll have Virgil get a belt, and the champions at 54. Virgil ain't getting no belt.
Virgil can't go to 47 again.
No,
just risk his health.
On 2 fights, got sick as hell trying to make that weight. He can't make that weight.
Yeah. That's silly season if he goes to 47. Now, let me segue.
There's another weird ass rumor going around about Turkey Ali offering $700 million for Mike Tyson Jake Paul rematch. See, that's bullshit. That's the shit casuals run with.
Yeah, that's garbage.
Why? See, that's one of them things where you're like, why would you even believe that? Like, why? Like, why are we even
it would have been interesting to see what the numbers were, whether they changed or they went up or they went down.
I'm sure Netflix made a ton of money. 100 million people.
Yeah, but Serrano and Taylor, if they weren't on the card, that's a genuine question. Like, if they're not on that card, I wonder what the viewership. Now, what was
I don't know, man. Like, people was really 60. Betting a lot of money on Mike Tyson. It was stupid. Like, I didn't know people was that stupid. I didn't. Like, people. I mean, like, people were like really betting like big money on him, like $10, $12, $15, $20,000 on Mike Tyson to win this fight. And it's like, huh?
Well, anyone that bets on boxing,
really,
unless they're an insider,
but really,
stupid as hell anyway.
60-year-old. Come on, man. People gotta be smarter.
There's too many examples.
Oh, I'll bet on boxing, man. But
it's too many examples of the best fighter and the best performance on the night not getting the chocolates, not getting the win. That's why I would never bet on it. But look, let me ask you something else that you briefly touched on. And I know that Heavy was back because I watched a couple of his posts there. One of them was about this fight. What are you thinking about the Benavidez and the Morrell fight? What's your thoughts
Morrell
on that punch?
Is trying to leapfrog a mountain instead of climbing up it slowly. And when you do that, you slip and fall. That's what I think. This is going to be easy work for Benavidez. I don't give a damn what nobody say. And I don't think it's going to go the distance. And if we do go the distance, it's going to be a 12-round ass whooping.
You do know that Morrell is the one that holds the full belt at 75.
Huh?
Morrell's the one that actually holds the full belt at 75.
No, he got the regular belt. He got the one that's right before. Like, he could challenge Better Be if he wanted to. Better Be got the full belt. Or whatever. You know how all that shit works. Yeah, that's even saying that. If I'm going to let's do it this way. Let's judge them by their last performances. One couldn't get a guy out of there, and one really was getting outboxed the whole time and barely won. But other than David Benavidez not being able to get Bostiak out of there, what did he do bad in this fight? Now, in
Yeah,
Morrell's
that's a
fight,
good
how many
point. I
holes
mean,
did you see against Hot Rod? How many holes did you see?
oh, look, I didn't like that performance, and I said it on
Okay.
the night, on the
Okay, so
live. I
now
didn't
put now
like
put that
Morel's
now
performance
put that
at all.
now and you ain't gonna get that much different than Morel against Benavidez. Like, come on, man. Let's just live in reality and just look at it from a dude who only got 11 fights to a dude with 30 fights, man. Like, two-time world champion. Then fought some of the best. Then fought the best competition in his weight classes, bro. This.
Yeah, yeah,
People,
you
like,
won't
bro.
get any argument with you.
Like, have you touched on this? Some of the contenders that Benavidez fight will give Morel problems, and you want the nigga to beat all them? It's insanity. Like I said, I'm going to laugh when I watch him get cooked, man. And when we all can land a lucky punch, man. I know they say everybody got a chance, but if I hear one nigga say that this is a 50-50 fight, you're out of your mind. You really are. Like, you understand?
Well, I'm the same as you, Punch, because I think I was talking to Slick on his channel or in the group chat. I just said that PBC card's nothing. I mean, the only genuine fight on there for me was the Fulton Jr. versus what's his name for the title shot. That's a genuine fight, right? But Ramos Jr. fight, that's garbage. Pitbull's fight, that's garbage. And if I mirror everything that you just said about the Benavidez and the Morel fight, well, there's not much to really get excited about there either, other
Yeah,
than
it's like, bro, like when you compare them, man, but then Benavidez check way more boxes in a matchup, bro. It's like, what? This is kind of unfair. Why is everybody pushing for this fight, bro? Like, dude, okay, he got power. Okay, what's the other skills? All right, whoever tested him to even for us to even really see his skills. Yeah, that's what you get when you got a nigga with 11 fights going against somebody who you can completely study and know, like, this dude's dangerous in this area, he's dangerous in this area. Oh, he could do this. He keeps getting better in every single fight. The higher his competition gets, the better the dude gets. Y'all want to lower it for him to make it easier? It makes no sense for me. I just don't understand it, man. Hey, hey. I respect how David Benavidez is one of them dudes who like to put on the fights the fans want to see, but when they see what they gonna get, this destruction they about to get, people gonna feel bad for Morel on the end. Like, oh yeah, he wasn't ready. Just like what could possibly happen to Keyshawn or any other of these the 11 fighters, 11 win fighters who try and fight champions, bro. A lot of these champions had to climb over huge hurdles to become champion, bro. It ain't just leapfrogging to the title. I don't like that shit. Like, there's a strategic path you should take to become champion, bro. A lot of niggas are trying to jump that path right to champion, bro. And when they get knocked the fuck out or lose, don't be surprised, bro. Like, that's all I'm gonna say, man. All right, you know what I mean?
and that's what I was going to say to RC when Tank's bringing up old mate from 130. It's all right for
What
the
up, Mark?
promoters. G'day, Mark. It's all right for the promoters, but the promoters aren't in the ring getting hit by one of the hardest hitters in the world. So you're not really doing your fighter by way of health any favors, just throwing him in there just to get potentially beat the shit up or knocked out and concussed by Tank. So many beatings you can take for a lot of money.
Yeah.
How are you, Mark?
I'm good.
My question for you, Mark, was I noticed that you and Slick touched on the potential Riyadh season card, and you were both sort of saying that, well, what I thought you were saying, and maybe I didn't get all the context, is I thought that you both would have preferred that a Bivol Beterbiev rematch had its own card, like rather than actually belonging or being put on the same card as others. And I guess in my mindset, if I've only got to pay for great fights once, like one pay-per-view on the same card, I'm happy as a pig in mud. Why
Oh, yeah.
why should I be happy to go and pay for 3 of those fights that potentially could headline themselves 3 different times?
I think our point was more. I mean, yeah, we love it because you only got to pay once, but our point was that there's 3 fights on there that could headline a fight card of their own. So for the businesses, for the promoters, for whoever, it would be better to have 3 separate fights with those separate fights as the headline act. But that
Yeah,
was more the
like
point we were making.
it's like one of them things where you put those guys at the main event, you have decent fights under them because you're gonna make almost either as much money or close to as much money as you'll make to have them all on one card.
Yeah, I wasn't arguing that I didn't like it. Of course we'd love it because there's great fights, but the 3 fights we sort of, who was it, the Better BF, the heavyweight one, and there was another one on there. My mind's a little bit blurry because I'd been exercising profusely
Was
yesterday.
is that genuine
Um,
Joshua Parker? Sorry, Dubai Parker.
Yeah,
Dubois and
Dubois
whatever his fucking name is, yeah,
Parker. Yeah.
and
now,
Parker. That's
they trying
one,
to
and
put they
then you
trying
had
to put Stevenson Schofield on there, but afterwards came out on his daddy. I don't know.
Well, that was
Did
going
you
to be
watch
the
that
whole
video in the
hoo-ah
chat, Mark?
around Boots
no.
and
Is that who
Bird
you
not
would?
being on that card as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah. Well,
know,
there
you know,
before
we
then.
don't like that type shit over here, bro. So he might have fucked his
What was
son
that thing
over.
about the gun pointing at a woman? Was that Schofield's old man?
Yeah, and that was him choking that girl
Uh,
like that too in that video. So it's like, bro, like
yeah, I hadn't seen
everybody on
nothing. I
video
hadn't
beating the
seen
shit out
anything
of
about that.
women, bro. Woo!
Yeah, right. No, I hadn't
That,
seen nothing
they gonna
about
rain
that.
down
That's
hell.
like,
They gonna rain down hellfire on his son, and he ain't got shit to do with it, bro. Like
yeah.
they both
But
gonna
that's
catch a lot of the flack, bro.
when I first jumped on. That's what you were talking about, but I hadn't caught who you were talking about. So,
Yeah, RC put the video in the group chat. Check it out, bro. It's hard to watch.
okay.
That
Yeah,
type of
right.
shit'll have you pissed off. But like you know how it is over here, like you know when that start to circulate everywhere, like yeah, all the Golden Boy gonna probably want to step back. You know what I mean? All the sanctioning bodies is gonna probably want to take a step back. You know,
Yeah,
so
it's
it's like
definitely not a good look.
so he might lose out on the fight, bro. We gotta stay tuned on that one. Cause that's a horrible look. Yeah, nobody want to be associated with motherfuckers who pull guns and choke out their women. So you know.
Yeah,
So it might be over for his ass. He looked like a woman beating type motherfucker too, man. I ain't surprised. You know, I
he's,
like when
he's,
weirdos get exposed. So I mean,
he
I hope
sounds
it
like
don't
a
rain down on his son too much, but it's gonna be over for him.
woman though too. If you close your eyes.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Shakur Stevenson got Auntie Schofield trending on X.
It's like
Yeah.
Coach Malachi calls him Mama Hofield.
Like and that shit started trending so much that he went online this morning and he went crazy on Shakur Stevenson. Everybody played it. I'm gonna play it later on. You know what I mean?
I
Because
don't
he
know
was
what your I don't know
like,
what your laws are like over there about belting up on women, but there's a
yeah,
picture in the not a
yeah.
picture.
So he
There's a
might get in
story in
trouble
the
just because of that.
well, there's a story in
Like,
the
what if
paper
now?
here,
What if
and
that come out? You know what's about to happen? I'll tell you the chain of events. Every time this happened to a person with a little bit of money, that come out. Now, next thing gonna come out is the girl suing him, and then after that, it's gonna be charges filed by the police. It's about to be
yeah,
his ass is grass, and then that's when everybody gonna start backing the fuck up from his
yeah.
brain,
But
his son's
I don't know
brain. You know
much
what I mean?
if you'll get. I don't know if he'll get jail time or whatever, but there's a story in the paper here this morning of a bikie here in WA that belted up his girlfriend, but it had been over. You know, he'd been doing it for a while, but he was just sentenced to 10 years.
Yeah, they don't play that shit over here
And
either, bro. Especially with the
and
athletes, man.
he'll get special treatment in jail too. So
Yeah, and it ain't gonna be no fun in jail here because you know, but
Uh,
they
I, I don't
example
know.
of the
Not.
athletes.
I don't think this bikie will get special treatment because he's in a club for a start, and they got their own little things in jail, and he's a big boy. This boy, I tell you, you're going to take him on. You want to be you want to be able to go. There's a picture of him. He's a big
There
boy.
was an NFL offensive lineman over here who beat the shit out of his girlfriend, and he got 15 years for that, and he been having a hard time in jail.
Punch. The good thing is, now that I've quickly thought about it, if Kid Austin's out of the picture, right, for Shakur, you might get that fight that you've been yearning for. That one
Who,
that you just
Devontae
get so
Davis?
excited. No,
Oh man.
Cambosis. You'd have
Oh
to.
man.
Yeah.
I'll pay to watch that. I'll pay. I'll pay to watch him beat the fuck out of Bumbosis. But I told you the only way he gonna get that, he gonna have to come down 35. There is no reason or on planet Earth or in any thought process of the same person that Shakur Stevenson is gonna move up and drop his belt to fight George Bumbosis, bro. Like, come on. Let's come on. Let's keep this shit 100. Why? Why? For what?
Well,
What do we
That's
gotta
mate,
not.
gain?
I don't think that's going to happen.
hang on. It'll be
Eddie's
He
it'll be
ain't
Eddie's going
coming
to
to
be
straight out of
holding it.
Australia, so I gotta vacate my belt, come up to 140, and come to your home country and fight you.
No, you
Man, come on.
don't got to vacate the belt. This is
That's what
straight
he
out of the
said.
PBC
That's what he
playbook.
tweeted. He tweeted,
Ah,
vacate your belt, come up to 140, and come fight me in Australia. Like, who's you?
there's
Bro, you know you lost 4 of your last 5 fights, right? Like,
No, George is just talking. That's all
who
that's
the
going
fuck
on
you
there.
think you are?
yeah.
Like, yeah, so that's like one of them type situations, bro.
But
So what they're going to do?
Eddie not going to let that happen because he's lining up. If Cambosis beats this bloke, he's going to fight, and then Paro holds his title in his next fight, then they're going to fight in Australia. Them two. That's what's going to happen there.
And that looks like
That
it
makes
could be
sense.
a sick
That better
card.
show Parr the love with his
Think
other
about how
this
good
week.
that full Aussie card might be, Mark, because that's what he's aiming at. He's hinting at it. That was the interview that I put in the group chat.
Yeah, I just
Mate,
watched him interview this
They're
morning.
gonna have
Yeah.
a full Aussie car. Opatai got a headline.
I'd consider quitting my job to actually go and watch that.
Yeah, I'd have Opatire opening, and then
Actually, his next fight is gonna be in
or
Australia.
as the
You know that,
headline,
right?
and then Paro and Cambosis as the undercard. That's what I'd have. But yeah,
His next fight gonna be in Australia.
Well, they want to get Eddie's girlfriend on there too, Sky Nicholson. Put her on the card as well. So
yeah, that could be
Yeah,
the
you see how he
co-main.
tried to slash Scott Nicholson in there for a Serrano shot. That's funny. No, we want to see the Taylor. We want to see the Taylor rematch. I mean, trilogy. We don't want to see
And
Sky get a fake ass decision again. That last
that's
fight was.
another thing you were saying in the chat the other day, DJ, was that No Limit's got nobody left. Isn't Zarafa with No Limit?
no, here's how I reckon behind the scenes is that the amount of money that Zarafa cost No Limit when he pulled out of that fight after No Limit had flown everyone from overseas over, and Zarafa pulled out of that fight that was originally supposed to be Tim Tszyu in Newcastle, right?
Yeah.
The amount of money that Zarafa doing that cost No Limit, I think that Zarafa coming back from an absolute wash that he got from a 42-year-old, got knocked out in the second round after a stiff jab, I would say. That's what it looked like, a stiff jab, and he went down. That he was just going to be food for the Zoo boys to pay back that. He'd get some money out of it, but just pay back some of that loss.
That's what I was about to say. Is if they get him to fight Tim, they might get a little bit of that money back.
Oh, look, I think that people would.
Ain't that a rivalry fight right there?
Well, not really. Michael Zarafa thinks it's a rivalry because Zarafa thinks that he's the Duck's guts. But the reality is Michael Zarafa would be lucky to pull 20 people to one of his fights in Australia, and they'd be all his best friends, right? Anyone else that tuned in after that would just be hoping that he just got beat. He's not the sort of personality that most Australians warm to. But look, who knows what's going to happen to Tim?
Yeah,
but
don't nobody like him, man. It ain't just y'all.
But that's why it'd work, because you got to have someone to like and someone to hate, and then it
You
works
gotta
well.
talk shit and back it up though. Like you can't talk shit and get beat the fuck up, you know.
A bit like Mundine.
So he's pretty much y'all version of Rolly Romero.
Well,
I don't know about that.
I hate that.
I didn't say that.
So it gotta be.
I didn't say that No Limit don't have anyone left. That's not really what I'm saying. You're about to watch Sam Goodman fight potentially one of, if not the pound for pound in the world come 24th of December. So Sam's with No Limit. I guess
Yeah, but
Nikita's
that's
still recovering from his. Well, if you have a look at Sam Goodman's resume, he's beat
Did you see?
everyone
Did you see
that they've
the
put in front
predictions
of
on
him.
that fight though? Like
yeah,
the
but so
odds
did so did so did
nobody
Tim
had
Zoo.
that one. I don't know who to bet on. That maybe that's if he wins, he can make a lot of money, boy. Like, but is he gonna be in the way? I don't know, DJ. That's a
No,
tall task. That's a tall
Oh,
Tim
task, bro.
Tim. Like I just
look,
said, Tim Zoo had beaten everybody they put in front of him too, well, except Fundora, I guess. But
well,
I can't see
Sam's
that going
probably got
well.
a Sam's got a deeper resume than Tim Zoo has. There's no if buts or maybes about that. But look, I don't know,
Well,
Punch.
well,
The
here's
the
how I
odds
answer
are
this: Is Sam
definitely
Goodman as
against him.
popular as Tim Zoo over there in Australia?
No, because he
Goodman.
doesn't carry the
No.
name,
Yeah.
and they don't put him in the media as often as they do with Tim Zoo. What Sam
If
Goodman
if
does have is a huge following from his hometown in Wollongong. So no matter where Sam fights, 100 people or more come from Wollongong, like his home sort of town, to come and watch him. So he
Okay.
has got a
yeah,
little bit of a basis there, but he's just not as I guess.
Countrywide.
Well, it's only because you've got to be taking an interest in boxing to really understand what he's achieved and who he is. Whereas with the Zoo boys, they just put him out there because it's
but
just
Because
easy
their
money.
dad's a legend.
I've got to give Sam Goodman and a few others a bit more credence, I guess, because they've gotten to where they've gotten to because of their skill and you know and winning fights. Whereas Tim Tim basically got his chances and pushed through quickly because of
Off
his
of his
last name.
off of daddy's name.
That's right.
That happens a lot in sports, period, too, not
If,
just
And
boxing.
if
and
his
that's what
name
Jeff
wasn't
Horn was
last name
saying.
wasn't Zoo, he wouldn't have got as far. He wouldn't have got anywhere as quick as he did.
Well,
So
if that's exactly what Jeff Horn was saying,
yeah,
when that fight, but I mean, that blew up on his face because, Jeff Fennick threw the towel in because Jeff Horn was just getting a beating. But
Yeah, he
but
beat the
it's
shit
it's
out of Jeff.
basically what Cambosis was saying when he said about the Australian media pumping, blowing smoke up people's asses as well. You know what I mean? It's because of the name, the media grabbed hold of him, and it was just
well, that's
everybody
rich because he's got his
everybody
own old
recognised the
man
name.
going on record saying that George is the most fucking promotable and well-known fucking boxer in Australia.
Yeah,
He's
but
on record saying that. I nearly fell off my
yeah,
fucking chair.
but George's old man was never George never got a sale through because of his old man's last name though, like Tim did. George's old man was never a
Yeah,
world champion, so
when your dad is a legend, it's gonna take you places.
Well, let me
that's right.
ask you, Mark. In your opinion, who's the biggest two names in Australian boxing right now?
What, to boxing fans or to casuals as well?
Me? Or that's just a question to Mark.
Be indiscriminate, Mark. Just if we were to
Well,
go down the street in Perth or Sydney and just ask random people, right? Who who do you think would be the most popular or the most recognised two boxers in Australia right now?
well, it'd be Tim and Nikita, I'd say, because of the last name. A lot of people would have at least heard of them.
J.O.
Whereas
Patai ain't well known.
See,
not the casuals, I don't think. No,
no, well, see, I
Wow, for
reckon you're
real?
wrong.
All the
It's
casuals
just
out
that,
here know him.
yeah, Opataya's not in the media like the Zoo boys were. So I actually think that it might be surprising just how many people know about Jai. I mean, you've only got to accidentally read a newspaper
He's the
once in a
one,
while.
man. He's the one that should been getting that Tim Zoo
not.
publicity.
I don't think not the casuals.
That's the one right there. That's the one that's going to
Or
be great.
not
No,
even just
well,
casuals. Not people that don't follow boxing. You know, like we obviously do. I mean, I'm a casual as well, but
well,
Oh
I mean,
so
yeah,
I
am
I asked the
follow
I,
it.
question.
and
So
Yeah,
we
where do
we
in
both
the
know about him.
sports world in Australia? Where do boxing
yeah,
rank?
that's right. But we follow boxing. All I'm saying, if you pick fucking 100 people that have never, don't follow boxing like we do, don't order fight cards, blah 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 blah. I reckon 95 out of 100 would never have heard of Opataya. They wouldn't have heard of Goodman. They wouldn't have heard of. They wouldn't have even heard of Sky Nicholson. They wouldn't have heard of. Or they might have heard of Zarafa, maybe. They might have. A few of them might have heard of Cambosis. I reckon 90 out of 100 wouldn't have heard of Paro yet. You
It's
know,
hard. It's hard if you follow the theory that fans come with success. It'd be hard for a lot of for George, other than just sheer patriotism. It would be hard for George to have grown his fan group here in Australia, because every fight in Australia he's just had his ass whooped.
yeah.
Haney did it
Yeah,
twice, then
he
Loma
got
did it.
cooked out there, boy.
But George is going to have a lot of followers anyway, because like I said before, Melbourne's got the largest population of Greek people outside of Greece in the world. So that's why he's got a fairly big follower, and that's why they packed out 40,000 at that stadium when he fought Haney.
Spartan Pride didn't show up that night.
No, either night. Didn't show up against Hughes either.
Nope, they raw Maxie.
In the backwoods in the middle of America or wherever the hell that was.
And we seen what
Oklahoma or something, wasn't it?
Lomachenko gave him his first knockout, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
The first person
yeah,
that
because
out.
Haney didn't stop him.
No, Haney
Hughes
just beat
didn't stop him,
around both
and
times.
they're his only losses, I think. So yeah,
Haney just made him look like a fool, I reckon.
Haney
Haney
like an
just,
amateur.
yeah, like that.
yeah. I had high hopes for that fight, the first one anyway. Well, we went down to Perth to my son's house and because see my granddaughter, and we jumped on a ferry, went across the river into the city. Found a bar that had the fight on. Me and my son were fucking proper amped to watch this fight, and I sat there drinking $12 pints because it was during COVID and blah blah blah. And yeah, I was just disappointed. I thought, what was all the hype around this bloke? Far out. He just got made look like a fool.
You say he ain't stand a fucking chance. What's going on here? I made a video 2 days before that. Remember, I had just started my channel. I said George Kambosos is going to lose every round, and he's going to lose his first defense. When I say the whole country of Australia rain hellfire on me.
If George goes to 140, as much as I have to, it's in my blood, it's in my genes, it's in my bones. I've got to support the Aussie, right? Unless it's Michael Zarafa. But I'd actually like them to feed George to Jack Catterall. I would love to watch that fight.
I don't think George could beat Jack, bro.
Well, that's not the point that I'm trying to make here, Punch, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. He would get a whooping.
George is a journeyman who got lucky, man.
I can't see. Yeah, that's right. If he hadn't got lucky in that TO fight, nobody still, even in Australia, would have ever heard of him. That's as simple as that.
Hey, Punch, biggest upset of the year. What's your thoughts on Liam Paro beating Sabril Matthias? Can that make your list?
Yeah, that was already on my list,
right.
bro.
Yeah,
I didn't think nobody was going to bring it up, but I damn sure was. That was a humongous upset. Everybody was calling Matthias the boogeyman. He's this, he's that. What'd I say? I said, man, he's slow as hell, and somebody with speed and boxing skill gonna whoop his ass. What happened the next fight? Everybody called me crazy, remember? Told you, man, people be calling me crazy, man. I be saying shit about these motherfuckers that be getting hyped up, bro.
I still call you crazy.
I'll be honest, I didn't think Paro was going to win that fight, to be honest.
But
when I seen what he did to Montana Love, that's all I needed to see. Like, man, I was like, oh man, this dude could box, man. I'm gonna watch his next fight real close.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did know that.
Nobody had him winning that fight either. And he came out and whooped his ass. I'm like, hold on, man, this dude might be the truth. And then I paid attention to him, and yeah, he's the truth. That's the one y'all should be following, man. I'm telling you, he's nice.
But see, I'm a sucker for the hype, like well, as you saw with Tim Zhu, but it's same as Matthias.
It'd be the ones
everybody you listen to
that's the real deals. Like Taro, Opatat, those are the ones that should be getting talked about. They are the real deals. It's the hype job that's getting trumped up over there, tricking y'all.
Yeah, but everybody I listened to was
happened here a lot too, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Was high on
so like
on
it's the same
Matthias,
thing happening over there. They only push who they want to push, bro. You know?
Yeah.
And remind me again what the Mark Wynn Award is at the end of the year. I know you got one, Mark, but what was the definition of your award?
Got to be trial of the year.
Mark is definitely gonna win that one.
And if I'm not
Everybody who
secure in
had
that,
who told it was said Mark, nigga.
I'm just gonna pile in on Punch for the next 34 days, 32 days, or whatever the fuck's left, so that I make sure that I'm guaranteed for that one.
I'm cocked and loaded every time, ready for war, baby. You know that.
I'm telling you, Mark, you've got some work to do to get in front of old mate that called out heavy during his life, wanted to fight him in the gym.
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
yeah, man. Ain't none of us got no random weirdo like that since.
Yeah, that was weird. There was another dude the other day on one of Slick's lives that just came in and started yelling about "shut the fuck up, nigger" or some fucking thing, and then Slick canned him. It was while we were all talking about football
Oh
there
yeah, I don't know
with
who that
G-Fish and that.
was.
No, I don't know. He was only there for a couple of
I
seconds,
thought that when I
and
was
Slick canned
rewatching
him.
that shit, like who was that? Some racist
Yeah,
dude popped in. Yeah, that was the first.
I had to watch it back to catch it too, because at the time I thought, because I saw somebody else flash up and heard something about the N-word, and I thought, who the hell's that? And looked, and Slick was getting rid of him, so I had to watch it back to see what actually happened there.
I got into it with my guy. We squashed it though. That shit was crazy. I got into an internet slugfest.
How you spell it, Mark? With an ER or an A?
Let me see, man. It was some racist prick came up there. You know how he fucking said it.
Yeah, but he sounded
stopped
black.
The whole argument so fast, we all would have rained down. Oh, bro. Yeah.
But he sounded African American himself. So
probably one of them dumbass. I told you. See, everybody think, man, there's Africans and black people. See, like right there, African American. No.
Or black American, whatever.
Black Americans. Yeah, we our ancestors, there's Africans, but we ain't. Like, we had an ethnic neogenesis, bro. We our own. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I'd never gotten that term anyway, but yeah, because my heritage
right there. That term right there is us killing the power of the word. See, we took a word that was meant for hate and turned it into love, and that pissed them off more than anything. That's why we so cool.
Yeah.
Get me?
But my heritage
very hard to do that. Like, you know what I mean? If we turn that term of hate into a term of endearment, you know how hard that is to do? I think we're the only race to do some shit like that, actually.
My heritage is Italian. My heritage is Italian from the old man's side, but I don't run around calling myself Italian Australian. You know what I mean? I'm just Australian.
So that's one of them things. Like up here, like we hate that. Like that's one thing the government tagged African American. We Black Americans. We ain't African Americans. Africans can't stand us. We do not get along. Like, so all that fairy tale bullshit between African Americans and Black Americans, that's a fucking fairy tale. They all think they burn us. They talk shit on us. They smile on our face and talk shit behind our back. That's the honest to God truth. I ain't me trying to troll, talk shit, none of that. That's how it is out here. Motherfuckers come to the country and think they better than us. Shit's crazy, bro. Like, yeah, tell their kids, don't hang with little black kids. Don't play with him. Wow. Yeah, that's what Africans tell their kids out here.
What can either of you boys educate me about tomorrow's fight? Well, for all of us, it's tomorrow. Sonny Edwards.
I know I can educate you about Carmel Moulton coming in 14 pounds for a 130-pound fight.
Man,
never seen that before.
This weigh-in bullshit. I'm telling you.
What was that? Hey, man, that kid just turned 18 last week and hit a super growth spurt.
Yeah, but how did they not know that he wasn't going to make weight, say 4 or 5 days ago?
God, I've never seen nobody weigh in 14 pounds overweight before.
Why even have to weigh in if you know you're that far over? Just ring people and say, I'm done.
I don't know, bro. I've never seen that before. I had to rub my eyes, man. Like, I had to see him on the scale and hear the dude say the number before I believed he came in at 148 pounds.
But even when I watched the Boxing Voice this morning, and they played a clip of it, and he's standing there looking all confused, and you know, the old fucking, you're joking, squinting and looking at stuff.
Up there. He weighed in at welterweight weight.
But you can't tell me that he didn't know fucking 3 days ago that he was no chance of making the weight.
Like, he knew, because come on, man, you fight a junior lightweight. Like, you knew. They talking about, I think he need to move up to 135. No, I think he need to move up to 140.
I thought he was fighting a lot lighter than that, though, Kamel.
No, he's fighting at 130. That's why he's beating the shit out of all them dudes.
I thought he was a lot lighter. I thought he was.
All right, so I tell you right.
I don't know, but
what he was.
I thought he was about 122 or something. But
what he was coming in on fight night was probably crazy. He's probably coming in fight night like 145, beating the shit out these dudes. Ooh, shit, so that
I,
nigga
I,
a
I,
lot of bullshit, bro.
I
Like,
had no idea that he was that up at 130. I thought he was 122 or something, or even
yeah, I
26.
knew he fought at 130. Keep no way he'd have made
Okay.
132. He'd have been killing them little guys. Because you could clearly tell he ain't no little guy. Like, you shouldn't even been, like, see, they try to do that with young fighters. They try to start them at 130, but some of these dudes can only do that for 5 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because their bodies can't handle that. Like, especially when you, like, ain't even out of puberty yet. Like,
Yeah.
bro, you might hit a crazy growth spurt one day, and that's what happened. It looked like, because he do look bigger, way bigger. Like, hold up, dude, he
Yeah.
walk around this big? No, like, that dude grew. Like, that's because he's only 18 years old.
I
Nah,
remember
that's
when,
just it, Punch. You hit the nail on the head. It's the puberty. His balls are dropped and giving him another 14 pounds.
but I remember when I first started working on drill rigs back when I was 24, I was only 74, 75 kilos. And then after 12 months, I was 89 kilos. So I'd put on, say, 15 kilos in 12 months, but I had no fat. It was all muscle. But 15 kilos, that's about 30 pounds or over 30 pounds.
Yeah,
So,
2.2 pound to a kilo.
that's right. So it's about 33, 34 pounds in 12 months. So, this is what happens to young blokes.
Fucking crazy, man. What was I gonna say? All right, so how y'all feel about Teofimo Lopez going online and saying that he offered Devin Haney and who else was the other guy? Who else was the other guy? I posted it up in the group chat the other day. I think it was like Thanksgiving. He said he offered him $2.5 million and 30% split of the pay per view. Like he's the man. Do he even got
Devin
a
Haney
promoter
against
right
who?
now?
Who's he fighting?
No, it was Garcia. No, it was Cambosis and Devin Haney. He said he signed them both a contract
Oh, right.
to fight.
I don't know. I haven't seen nothing about that.
He posted it.
Oh, I did see something. I did see something about Haney.
Yeah,
Right?
I put it in the group chat.
Look,
He said they both
if
turned down
anyone
both the contracts.
strategically, if anyone wants a piece of Haney and his belt, the time's now. Because I'm still pretty convinced that mentally, he's just not the full quid. He just hasn't recovered from everything that happened with Ryan Garcia. Now, and you saw too, Punch. I said, look, if I was Ryan Garcia's advisor, his friend, or anything like, I'd be telling Ryan, don't you dare allow Devin to earn a single cent off your name and your fan group going forward after that lawsuit. Just don't even live rent free in his head for the rest of his life. You got nothing to prove. That would be better. Torture by
Yeah, but they gonna throw so much money at both of them for that rematch. They gonna get
yeah, and look, maybe, and look, I don't even know where TO's at. Let me have a look. Let me
that's
get
gonna
back
be
to you
Devin
boys
Haney's
in it.
first $20 million bag right there, the Ryan Garcia rematch. You want
Can
a big bag? You had to fight Ryan again.
when was the last time Teofimo fought?
That Steve Claggett dude back in what April, 7 losses, and he gave him a hard time. He looks like shit in that fight. Yeah, that was his name, Steve Claggett. 7 losses. They was like 31-7. Canadian dude. That's all I
I
can
would have
remember.
thought I would have thought that a TO versus an El Rayo would be a pretty big fight.
Arrell turned down Pitbull, man. I don't want no smoke. I
Hey,
mean, he is really scared.
no, that's not right, is it? Like, well, hang on. This was something that sort of slipped under the radar too, because I saw that Pitbull come out and had a bit of a cheap shot at El Rayo.
Yeah, he said he
But you've
ran
got
all
to,
night, but he didn't ran all night. He boxed your fucking head off. That was
well,
cap.
it was that and just not accepting the rematch or something like that, or something suggested that. And I'm
I
going,
think
well,
they tried to make it like Pitbull was still like the A side, even though he didn't have the belt because Pitbull got like a
A
massive
side. Well, he's just
like 'cause he
made an
got a
absolute
massive following.
fool
Like
out
that's
of
what
himself with the nobody that he's fighting on the PBC card early February. Like, man, you go and complain about El Rayo. From
everybody
my
who's champion,
knowledge, you didn't
everybody who's
actually.
champion at 140, He turned down us at Pueblo. Pueblo ain't offering him a contract, but everybody also boxed his fucking head off. He can't beat them. He couldn't beat T.O. or Paro. They'll both beat him. He know that. T.O. tried Pitbull a few times. Pitbull ain't one of that. He can't box, man. He just come forward and throw hooks all day. That's a boxer's wet dream. I told you that. If you could box on the back foot, you're gonna whoop Pitbull's ass. You see what O'Reilly did? Just exactly what I said he was gonna do. Box on the back foot and whoop his ass. If you stand there and try to slug with Pitbull, he's gonna knock you the fuck out. All he do is throw wild hooks the whole time. He don't jab at all. He's not hard to beat. I only seen one fighter in history that didn't have to jab. Like, could beat your ass with hooks the whole fight. That was Roy Jones. I ain't never seen nobody else do that shit. And Mike Tyson. Nobody else.
140 has the potential to be another 154, in my opinion.
It was getting there, man, but then they all started losing and leaving and shit and not fighting.
Look, I'm just looking at it now, and I wonder whether, because Eddie did mention it in that post that I sent to you all, that Cambosis versus a Prograis might be on the cards too. So, look, all I'm just saying is there's enough talent in that 140 that if they just get busy, it's entertaining for any fan, casual or hardcore. So don't start with us casuals, Punch. But I think next weekend will shake things up. Like what actually happens if Hitchens beats Paro? What's that do to the division?
It shake it up because Hitchens is gonna get a title, and he finally gonna silence all the haters because he talked a lot of shit. So he finally backed it up, coming off a questionable win. So, like, it's one of those situations where he's just gonna rub it in everybody's face. If Paro beat him, it's gonna be one of those situations where he's gonna be like, Australia, acknowledge me on some Roman Reigns shit with y'all niggas. Straight up. Y'all keep looking at the overrated niggas and we the tight niggas over here. I'm trying to tell you.
I've just seen Mark's comment there to Heavy Bag. And look, Mark, I'll double down on that. I don't think Heavy Bag appropriately, he lured me into this world of boxing way back when, and he didn't appropriately prepare me for the flogging that I was going to get off an RC and everyone else for casual thinking and doing your homework and politics. I bit off way more than I could chew. So yeah, I'm blaming Heavy Bag too.
Yeah, I met everybody through Heavy. Hopped in his comment section one day, nigga. Then we just kept hopping in. Hopped on one of his streams. Rest is history. Snapped out. Then Punch was born.
Hey, so can I ask before it just gets? If you're not getting Tank, let's take Tank for the sake of this question off the table. If you had Turkey Al Sheikh's money, who would you want Shakur to fight?
Me? I would be an asshole and say Keyshawn. Yep, I throw them both $30 million a piece to fight, see if they turn it down. Just on some spiteful shit, just because they said they'd never fight. But in reality, it would probably be Gervonta Davis, and I'll put $50 million on the table for him to split.
No, I said you couldn't have Tank.
Huh?
I said you
I would
can't
have
have
Tank. That would be my realistic offer. But if I was rich enough to play around like that, I would throw them both contracts like that, just to agitate one and just to shut Tank up because he said he wanted a fucking Ferrari from me. I ain't even talking to these niggas. They send me 2 Ferraris. That's insulting.
Yeah, that's not a good start. And what did Turkey say? I'll send you 2 boxing gloves.
All right, so that's not a good way to start a relationship with somebody. So I would have wanted to be an asshole for that. So I'd have kept trying to shortchange Tank's ass on purpose.
And does Tiafimo going across there to Eddie Reynoso and Golden Boy, does that mean he's been able to somehow, somewhere sever ties with Top Rank?
I don't know what that is. I guess that's him. He's just kissing the Canelo's ass, and I guess he's thinking about following the Canelo game plan is going to equal the Canelo money. But all he's doing is digging himself deeper into a hole because Eddie Reynoso ain't cheap, nigga. And as soon as you lose, he going to abandon your ass. So I don't know what's going on with that delusional ass motherfuckers, man. We'll see how it goes and where it goes because he can't even find an opponent. And you want to get to one of the most expensive trainers out there. Good luck with that. I ain't never even heard Teofimo Lopez speak Spanish. He gotta have an interpreter. Have you ever heard him speak Spanish? I know for sure Eddie Reynoso don't speak English. So how is you absorbing all this knowledge? I'm just saying.
Well, maybe he just doesn't have an interpreter that can actually
But I don't
interpret
know.
the
Like,
interpret the interpret the racism.
like I hate Teofimo Lopez's character so much that I don't give a fuck what he do. I just want to see him get in the ring and get beat the fuck up so I can cheer against him. That's where I am with him. Biased as fuck. Don't like him. Just want to see him lose and get ran out the sport. Period.
Oh, I'm not
I'm
at
not
the point
excited
where
about
I
nobody
need
he
to see
fight.
him
I'm not
lose. I'm
excited
just at the
about his
point.
contenders. I don't care what he's talking about online. I just like to
If
see.
I was Tio, I'd be saying I want me to get back
Yeah,
against George.
I have no respect for the guy, and like I would want to see him fight George Kambosos again. Why don't you get in there with George? I think I would root for George. I think George will whoop his ass again. Yep.
I mean,
I
I don't
think
know about that.
George is tailor-made for George.
I think
Everybody got
George
their
just got lucky that night.
how Tyson Fury was tailor made for Deontay Wilder. Some niggas is just like that. Like how Spencer's tailor made for Crawford. Some people just like that. That's how it is for T.O. and Kambosos, bro. For real, he whooped his ass, bro. I watched that fight a couple times just to see. Like, man, he's tailor made for him.
Yeah, but it was another one of them fights where Tio just fought stupid. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he tried to
I
come
think
in and
he'd go
knock him
about
out
it
with no respect at all. Just came right at him
exactly.
forward and got put on his ass. And he'll do
It
it
was
again. He
he
would
was
fight the
following
same
the.
exact way again. I swear to God, he would. Yes, he would. He still don't respect Kambosos.
Oh, I don't know.
What
I
did he
think he
say after
would.
the fight? I was weight drained. And I was now they both can fight at 140. He can't use that as an excuse. I guarantee you he'll rush him again. I guarantee you. That's
Yeah, but
how he fight.
he had all sorts of distractions going on
Art.
at
How
that
many
time
times
with
you
his
seen
missus'
T.O. really
divorce
fight
and
on the
all that
back
sort of
foot?
bullshit.
How many times you really seen T.O. fight on the back foot? Even against Lomachenko, he pressed. He presses the
Yeah,
action. He's telling
yeah,
me
but
Kambosos is looking to counter you. That's his style.
you can press and not be so stupid about it. Ask Tim Zoo.
No, Tim Zoo kept on lowering his right hand and pressing, and he kept falling for the trap. Cause like when Bachman was leaning back on the ropes, backing up into the ropes, he was baiting Tim Zoo in, and he fell
And
for it every time. That's what
he's
got him
had
tired.
he was fighting dizzy. He must have been fighting dizzy.
Well, yeah.
Like he
Once he got
just
knocked down, he just look. Listen, that was like it. Listen, when you get knocked down like that, like you get knocked down twice in a round, you just fighting at that point. It's like, oh, this ain't never happened to me before. He's embarrassing me. Now you throw the game plan out the window. And now it's time to slug. He did that against Fundora, like, but minus the knockdowns. Like I said that. I said when Tim Zoo get hurt or get a cut or something, he kind of throws the game plan out the window. That's what he did, and he fell
punch
right into Bachman's game plan.
punch. Do you feel, and I know it's sort of getting ahead of the game because it hasn't been made yet, it's just getting talked about. Do you feel some sort of way about Jai Opetaia and Zerto for unification? How you see that fight unfolding after just watching Zerto fight? He looks to be tough.
I always like Zerto. Like, I think Zerto's a good boxer, but I think Opetaia is a whole different animal. I don't think he's gonna be. I think he's stronger than his last opponent, and the shots that his opponent that his opponent was landing on Zerto couldn't hurt him. I think Opetaia would hurt him. See, if Opetaia landed those same shots that this dude was landing, I can't remember his name, the English guy. He was landing some clean shots, some very clean shots. If Opetaia landed those same clean shots against that pity patent spinning shit, yeah. He gonna be on his ass inside of 5 rounds, in my opinion. Like, just think about the shots dude was landing. What's his name? Balaam Smith? I think that was his name.
Yeah, that's
Like,
it.
he was landing some really nice, clean combinations. So now put Jay Opetaia there, landing them same combinations. Yeah, it's night, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't pick it. The one
But
thing I
again,
have
man,
picked up this
Mexicans got strong chins, man, and the punches he was eating, he showed he got a chin. So he showed he
is
got
that
heart, showed he got footwork. He real good off the ropes. He could jab. Dude could fight. You know what I mean? I don't know if that style would give Opetaia problems. I only watched about 3 Opetaia's fights. You ever seen him fight anybody with that type of style?
no, but you create your own style.
Like with
So
a slick fighter, you
while
think a slick fighter would give Opetaia problems? Because dude
well,
fights kind of slick.
not so much now. When he went away from his old man, he went away from the basics and the IQ, and he just wanted to actually manhandle people and just knock them out. now that he's back with his old man, like he'll tell you himself in all the interviews, he's saying, look, we're going back to the craft of boxing rather than actually me just wanting to be a beast and get in there and just, wash and knock people out. So,
as long as he's not susceptible to good footwork and counter punching, then I think he sounds a good chance against Zerto. But if those things give him problems, he's gonna have a long night.
Yeah, but I think if Jai's got any ambitions to go to heavyweight, he's going to have to learn to box more and move more instead of being so aggressive, because his size ain't going to count for shit against heavyweights.
Yeah, and
whereas at cruiserweight, his size is sort of getting him there at the moment.
At heavyweight, because those guys hit with sledgehammers.
That's
everybody,
right.
From the lowest level heavyweight to the highest level heavyweight, all hit with sledgehammers. So you're gonna have to show good head movement. Like that's what I say. Every fight I seen, they ain't really have to push him. They ain't nobody really push him back. Do he got good defense? I'm gonna have to study up on Jay Opatai.
I don't know. Breedis was a tough man too. I think he pushed him back a little bit, but not the whole fight.
Well, he broke Jai's jaw in 2 places, so he had enough on him to actually just keep him honest. But speaking about heavyweights, just quickly, remind me, Punch, who was the 2 British champions that fought on the last Riyadh card, and the much lighter fella that was 40 pounds lighter ended up just...
Oh, man, I can't remember the guy's name, but I remember the punch.
What? Why wouldn't they actually...
It looked like his jaw was broken.
Why wouldn't, particularly on a Riyadh season, why wouldn't they offer him up to Dubois or someone like that? Or is it just...
Well, he was
too big a jump?
That was his 19th fight. He's 19-0.
Yeah, but he'd been the British heavyweight champion for like 3 or 4 years.
He's a big deal in Britain, but like America, we don't know who the hell he is. You know what I mean? So, but to get Daniel Dubois coming off that fabulous performance, Dubois is looking to unify. You know what I mean?
He's an interesting thing, and I won't name names. That's not
and
fair.
Dubois want that Usyk rematch, and we all want that Usyk rematch too.
There's another YouTube channel that I catch every now and then, boxing YouTube channel, and he went proper sad, disappointed. He started like pointing big fingers at Turkey as soon as the potential Virgil Boots fight came up and it was going to happen outside the US. He was blowing up royal, saying that, Turkey's not good for the sport and that fight should happen in the US. If they don't put that fight in the US, the US boxing scene's going to diminish and dwindle. Like, it was a proper...
Well, you know why that happened, right? Because I told you a lot of people are saying, and it's hard for me to disagree, but I don't agree, but it's very hard to disagree. You know what I mean? That a lot of people feel better BF won because he was a Muslim. And a lot of people was realizing that a lot of the Muslim fighters are running over there to Saudi Arabia and fighting the Riyadh cards, and they ain't losing.
But the first thing I thought about,
fights, and that will make you raise the eyebrow, especially when you're from our country is split down the middle on the Christian Muslim thing. So a lot of people kind of do that type shit, but I don't agree with that. But it's hard not to disagree. You understand?
But the first thing I thought about is that PBC had every opportunity to turn Boots into a superstar.
PBC never had Boots.
Boots left.
Had Boots. So Steven Espinosa had Boots signed to him.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, but that was enough. At the time, that was enough of a PBC.
That's why all Boots' first fight was all on Showtime. He had an exclusive deal with Espinosa and like the old guy who passed away last year. I can't remember his name.
So have you stopped and sort of had a bit of a think about why US born and based boxers are going to UK promoters like Matchroom? When you look at
there's more opportunities. And boxing is way bigger in England than it is in America. See, England look at boxing the same way they look at soccer. We don't look at boxing the same way we look at the NFL here, or the NBA or the MLB. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not sure it's exactly the same.
Way more eyes on you in front of way more people.
I think that
one thing I will say about Eddie Hearn, is that he will get you an opportunity if he got the fighters in the stable with him. Anybody want, and he's looking to make deals with any other promotional companies, even if they don't like him. I gotta respect that about the man.
But I think they're going away from not going to PBC because,
And
I mean,
PBC
it's
will
all right
sell
if
the
you.
shit out you like this.
That's
The
what I
blue.
mean. If
If I
if
could tell
you
you 3 things that I know didn't happen from PBC to fighters from PBC, you'll be like, oh man. Like so, it's like
but
yeah.
if you're earning 5, 6, 7 million a fight, that's okay. You can have a year off. But if you're only earning
I
five
was
hundred
telling
thousand,
DJ earlier, like you say, why don't Charlo ever fight? Because they get $10 million a fight. You know,
that's
gets
right. And if you're only
overpaid.
earning 500,000 a fight, then you want to fight 3, 4 times a
Yeah,
year.
like
You
if
know.
you're only getting $500 million, $2 million, you're gonna fight 3 times a year. But if you're getting $10 million for one fight, why I gotta fight twice a year? Shit, why?
It's
I ain't
just
trying to get punched in the face 3 times a year if I can make $10 million in one fight. That's why they do
I
that.
just see. I just look at it and look at Matchroom, looking at the bigger picture rather than the local market. So when I
But
say
I
local
think
market,
Matchroom
just
just like
the
Matchroom.
US market.
You think about it,
See,
look at this. There's always a fight
RC of all
Matchroom
people
boxing.
had the audacity, and Mark, I expected I was hoping for a little bit more support from you, but RC comes at me and says that Matchroom own Australian boxing. Anyone support that? Anyone here support that?
I mean, all the top Australian fighters are on Matchroom, except Tim Zoo, the only one he didn't have.
So that's smart business. If that's real, right, that's just smart business from Matchroom.
I don't know if he owns all of y'all, but he got a lot of the top dogs is over there. Yeah, a lot.
Oh well, he's kind of got a 50-50 agreement
Because
with.
there ain't no big Australian fighters on Golden Boy. Tim Zoo is the only one on PBC, and there ain't none in top rank. Is there? After that, I know of.
George Cambosis was working with Top Rank for his last
Yeah, but
Devin
he
Haney
was really
fights,
Lou
and
DeBella for real.
well, that's still the case. He's still with
Yeah,
Lou, but
he's Lou
they've got
DeBella.
a
Like Lou
they've got a
DeBella just
line.
went to Matchroom. I mean, went to Top Rank to get that ESPN. You know what I mean? To get the platform. You know, for his fights, he don't got no platform. So he made a deal with Bob. You know what I mean? Because then Bob made a deal with Haney, and then you get the ESPN platform. You know what I mean? Smart.
Well,
That's good
interesting to
business.
see. There's another 2 that Eddie has just signed, but he hasn't gone public with yet from Australia. So it'll be interesting to see who that is. But I guess what I was sort of getting at, Punch, amongst all of the ins and outs and the semantics of it, is that Matchroom for me feels like they're actually looking at the global market rather than local markets, not just UK or not just US. Like they're looking at the sport from a global sport rather than a localized market that's either just UK or just Australia or just US or just Mexico. They're actually looking at it from a global sport, and they're trying to build their stable accordingly so that they can draw numbers everywhere and anywhere that they go.
Yeah, like one thing I said about Eddie Hearn, like he would like to get more American fighters. It's just like the top dogs. Like he said it a million times. If I could get somebody like Javante Davis, no price is too high. But like I'll never get him. Like you know what I mean? Like I'll never get. Like, he got Canelo Alvarez for a little bit. You got me. He's doing something right over there, man. Like, I can't hate on nothing that he's
Yeah,
doing.
he
You
had
know,
Devin
he
Haney
got
for a little
like
bit.
with Raw Ennis, he got him because of hypes. Of course, Stevenson, that was a great signing. If he get in now South River, we know Keyshawn got like 2 fights left. If he get Keyshawn
He
Davis
did have
too.
Haney for a little bit, didn't he?
He had Haney for a minute too. You know what I mean? He had GGG, so he had a couple like good fighters. You know what I mean? Like great fighters. He had a couple greats on his card. So I mean, under his banner, and we don't know what Conor Ben is yet, but he's something. So we'll see. Like that's what I say. Like and like I said, I ain't gonna be surprised if Keyshawn end up over there in Matchroom too. You know what I mean? So
What, you
we'll
think that
see.
they've got a stronger alliance because of Bud now?
Definitely. Everybody that's hand in hand with Turkey is all like, yeah, because the money's over there. Like we follow the money. Like,
Well, if you listen
he
to
paying
Rob,
people in these nats trying to screw you over. You don't gotta fucking sell your belts and shit. Like that's the shit that's going on over there at PBC, man. Like here, take this 500,000, man. Vacate your belt. We'll get you another title shot. That's the type of shit going on over there, bro. Ain't nobody got time for that.
well, look,
Ain't nobody
it's
got
on.
time for that type of shit, bro.
No,
You
and
know,
look,
then
it
you got
only
Oscar
really
whole
can.
here.
It
Like he
it
acting
only
like Oscar act like he want to make you money, then he taking 70% of your check. So it's like, you know, this shit's crazy.
Oh, look, Oscar's plenty of more lawsuits with his bloody boxes than any other promoter, and
Like
he
if you
might be
ain't, you
doing
could
it.
tell that if you ain't a big dog at Golden Boy, you ain't making no money. You know what I mean? This is what it is. You don't see too many Golden Boy fighters looking like they're making much money, other than Ryan Garcia.
So Peter's probably got an opportunity to make a little bit of money.
Peter's making some money, but he ain't. I guarantee you, the highest paid fighter they got is Ryan Garcia. Guarantee you.
Well, that's why.
That's purely
That's why
because of his
Oscar's.
following. He has a following. No matter where he fight, it's going to sell. He has a gigantic following. Like it ain't even got nothing to do with his boxing skill. To be honest, he got 50 million followers online,
Yeah,
man.
look, that's
Like
just a
he's a
whole.
Jake
That's
Paul that can actually box. I mean, he really is.
well, it's a completely different conversation because what actually ends up happening is that Golden Boy, smart or otherwise, are just
I ain't saying they
make.
ain't smart. I'm just saying how many of them fighters look like they making a lot of money. That's
Yeah,
all
but
I was saying.
think
Like
about
I'm
how
talking about
much
the
do
money
you.
we use to the top dogs make. We hear about what the top dogs is making. Like how much you think Anyway make a fight? You would think Anyway making $5-10 million a fight, right? Anyway making $2 million a fight.
No, see, we had
Yeah,
this discussion. Hang on.
he
You
ain't high paid. And if
so
he is, Japan
remember
is taking a
remember
big
when I
chunk.
was telling you. Remember I was telling you the conversion rate of the US dollar to yen.
Yeah, I understand
Um,
how it is the yen, but think about this. You think Japan ain't taking some of that money? A big chunk. Why do you think all this spice is in Japan, bro? Because they want to tax
well,
that shit. They want to tax that shit. We want parts of that in the way. Oh yeah, we getting parts of you, dog. He's Anthony Joshua famous over there. Like Anthony Joshua is like 90,000 people. He could do that in Japan easily. Like
I-
you know what I mean? If he fought
I-
somebody big enough, they would do 100,000 people. Them Japanese people would fill any arena to see that dude. Man, you think the government is stupid? Man, they're taxing that cash for sure. That's why he don't fight out. That's why he don't fight outside the country often. Most of them guys who don't fight outside of the country often. Bro, you think the country ain't taking a big? Yeah, that's why. We're not
well,
leaving here, bro.
it's
We
no
sell out
different
every
to a
stadium.
tank. It's no different to a tank, right? Tank doesn't need to
Exactly.
leave the
How often
US.
have you ever seen Gervonta Davis fight in another country? He never did it. He didn't have to.
Doesn't need
Like
to.
he don't
So
have to. Like everywhere he goes, gonna sell out. There's like when you got your super popular guys in your sports in your country, you don't let them go nowhere. You know what I mean? I ain't saying he in yen he rich as hell, but in American dollars he worth about 18 million.
I
You know what I
wonder
mean?
how much
Japanese money, he's
full.
rich as shit.
Well, you'd probably be able to find it. I wonder how much Stephen Fulton got paid for going to Japan to fight anyway.
I think I know that he said it. He did an interview recently. I think he said somewhere between 2 million, 1.8, something like that. $2 million. I think he got to pay to go fight him. That was a unified title match. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, only the super. You got to be popular in this sport and to make big dollars. Like they don't give a fuck how good you are, man. You know what Terrence Crawford was making $4 million, $5 million, best fighter in the world, making $5 million. Canelo Alvarez get $30 million a fight. Gervonta Davis make a minimum of $9 million. Like popularity sells. Like don't give a fuck how good you are. That's where it. That's that. I hate that about this sport, but I understand the business side of it. You could be the best fighter in the world, but if you don't generate dollars, I don't give a fuck. Makes sense. Yeah, think about it. They putting all this money in these fighters. They want to get some of it. They want you to generate something back. That's why you've been saying, if you notice this, if you've been following fighters like Crawford as long as I have, he didn't really do much talking. Not like he's doing now. He didn't do that often. Like he didn't do interviews and all that like he was doing like he's doing now. He didn't do none of that. Like that's why they were saying he can't sell. Because nobody knew who he was because he never would put himself out there like how the other fighters did. Now he's
And
starting to do that. Now more people know who he is. Like you got to do that type of shit. A lot of people don't want to do that.
they got to make a documentary, not a movie, but a proper documentary about Terence Crawford. I was saying this to Slick the other day, like what he's gone through, and all those. Like that'd just be so interesting.
Yeah. Like it's funny
And
though. Like the reason why he's a switch hitter though You would think it's the most basic reason why. It's like, damn, you wasn't just just going wanting to do that. No, I broke my motherfucking right hand. I only had to use my left. They told me I couldn't train. I'm like, fuck that. I just use nothing but my left. By the time my right was good, my left was stronger than the right. I had to get my right back stronger again. Damn, that's how it happened. Yeah, basic as shit. You would think, he would probably think growing up thinking like, I'm gonna be a switch hitter. I'm gonna be one of the best ever. Nope, nigga broke hand. Got so good with the left, he just stayed using it. Makes sense. Sometimes you want to add some mystical shit to a story, you know? Nope, be the most basic shit ever. But he did have an interesting life. The funny thing is, the part of the reason why he's so great is a personal one. To prove his mother wrong. Yep. That's why he's as good as he is.
Did he get shot?
Yeah, he caught a straight bullet to the head. Got caught in the middle of a crossfire between two gangs.
Well, that's handy. Everyone enjoys getting shot in the
Survive
head.
that shit. You
Wow.
know what I mean?
See, tell me that's not a documentary. Anyone listening, go and make a documentary about Terrence Bud Crawford. I'm telling you.
Oh, there's a ton of them on YouTube, but nobody made him a proper one, like how you would say, like, yeah, like something that would be on like Netflix or some shit. Not yet, but like people like him, Floyd Mayweather, like these are people that are eventually going to get movies one day. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I don't want a movie because they can actually just take it out of context. I want a proper documentary. Facts.
Movies are like series. Somebody might do one about him one day. You know what I mean? It's hard to do those type of things. You need their permission for shit like that.
Oh, maybe
like to do like
maybe I should do it.
In-depth one with them. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Not that bullshit one where you just steal a whole bunch of pictures and footage and shit and put it together. No, you want to do a documentary. You want the person you're doing a documentary about to be involved in it, you know?
There you go. Maybe I've got my new career calling. I'll go and make a Bud documentary. I'll move to the United States and...
Yeah, there you go, bro. Shit, that'll help out. That'll be something cool to do. We get them to sign off on some shit like that. That'd be awesome, man. Like, because nobody ain't never done it yet. And there's a lot of interesting, like, fighters that people need to know more about we don't know about. They had crazy-ass lives. A lot of them had crazy-ass lives over here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and they do a lot of good stuff for their neighborhoods that don't get talked about. Like I talk shit on Gervonta Davis for never fighting opponents, but one thing I can say is he do a lot of good stuff for his neighborhood. Like, he bought his old block. He bought the whole block. I've never seen nobody do nothing like that before. So and then remodeled the whole thing. You know what I mean? Made public housing for people. That's cool. That's what you like. Yeah, I like when people do stuff like that with their money. Not just sit back and rub and count their cash and laugh like, which is fuck. I don't care about nobody else. No, they give back. I respect stuff like that.
Well, I think that you only feel obligated or you only want to do it.
I know. I'm
not going to
around you. Neighborhood. I don't care how much money I got right now. If I had the Powerball for $800 million, you think I'm gonna go buy my neighborhood? Man, I don't give a fuck about them. Stay in the hood, all y'all.
That's
love
the point that I'm trying to make. Punch. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Is that you only feel that way inclined if your neighborhood have really supported you and looked after you.
Yeah, true.
So. And what else we got? We got.
I'm not talking about Tyson Fury and Usyk no more. It's one of them down the middle things, but all of us pretty much leaning towards Usyk. We already kind of know where that's headed. Because you'll never know what Fury you're gonna get, but we look like we're gonna get the motivated Fury. So I'm expecting the Wilder Fury 3 version of Fury. I'm expecting that version coming out to fight, looking to knock some shit out. We'll see. You know what I mean? Usyk's always the same Usyk. He's always sharp. He's always ready to go. So really no version of him you need to speculate on.
Where do you think? Is there any rumors happening over there? Where do you think, or who, Canelo's going to fight next?
Whose name I keep hearing? That can't happen. So they keep trying to get better.
I saw some bullshit there that was.
I keep hearing better.
Give me $200 million and I'll fight Benavidez, and I'm just going, man.
Yeah, Crawford and Benavidez, man, them ain't happening, man. They already offered them big money for them too. He turned them both down. That ain't happening, and it's pointless to even assume it's going to, bro. I'm just done speculating on Crawford and Canelo. That ain't happening. We gonna see Crawford become 3-time undisputed at 54 before we see them two fight. Benavidez,
can that even happen though? Just back that truck up a little bit.
Yeah, that can happen. They
What
all want to fight him.
Crawford?
They asked every single champion, "Do you want to fight Terrence Crawford?" They all said, "Hell yeah." Everybody want to fight the
Yeah,
best.
but it's
Like
not always the fighter that
everybody, I
stops
told you, he
it.
got 3 fights left, and they're gonna all be them guys. Like, cause like I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Like y'all hating on Errol Spence, bro. But don't be surprised if he beat Fundora, bro. Like y'all keep on writing him off, but like I'm gonna be there to laugh when them body shots put Fundora's ass down. I don't remember that because
No,
I tried to, y'all seem to think
don't,
it's because listen, when a person get his ass whooped like that in boxing, don't mean his career's over. Sometimes it's just tailor made for people. Like
yeah,
it just
but
is what it is. Like you know what I mean? I don't think it's
Punch.
changing.
Just to be clear, I haven't written Errol Spence off. The only thing I've said again and again and again is I don't know what Errol Spence you get that comes back after the Bud fight.
You
That's
don't
the
get the
only
same
question
arrow.
mark I've got.
You don't get the same
And
exact arrow. You don't get the same arrow coming forward, hard body shots, nigga try and knock your head off, try and knock you out. You the same Errol Spence. His style is ingrained in his spirit. Like, he ain't gonna change nothing. That's why I always said a Crawford rematch would be stupid. What can he change that's gonna make him look any better? Like it's just he's tailor made for you. Like that's why I like that. That's one of them things that make you from the outside looking in, you think, oh man, he got his ass so bad in the motherfucker. But like if you're a hardcore fan like me, I've been saying this for years. Like as soon as this fight happened, everybody gonna see how levels above this dude he really is. And that's just what that was. But it was so bad and so brutal. Everybody just wrote the nigga off. I ain't saying you did, but most people did. They either got super in their feelings and tripled down on Spence winning at 54 or abandoned them completely. Like, you know what I mean? And the reality is Spence is still a really great fighter. Like, he still got the same great skills. It's just that Terrence Crawford is the best fighter in the world. Like, that's all you can really chalk that down to, man. That's not a bad loss to have on your resume. Like, if Errol Spence never lose again, and people see the Terrence, the only loss he got is the Terrence Crawford, they go like, oh, that was a bad motherfucker, bro. All right. Yeah, that's like when Canelo had the only loss to Floyd Mayweather before he lost to Duval. It's like, well, Floyd Mayweather was a bad motherfucker. I get it. Nobody ever beat him. Nobody's gonna be mad at you. Like, but to say he's washed, nah. I think I match skill sets, bro. I match styles. And when I match Fundora's style to Errol Spence's style is gonna dominate Fundora's style, in my opinion. You could think it's wrong, DJ, but in my opinion, I think Errol Spence is gonna dominate him with them body shots. I don't think Fundora's gonna be able to take the body work that he's gonna get from Errol Spence.
look, Fondora's been found out before he got the titles. He's definitely beatable. He's been beaten. So, look, it's the good thing is that once you actually, what it boils down to is that it's not a fight that you feel like you need to pay for a foregone conclusion because you know
Yeah,
who's going to
no, it's
win.
not something I want to pay like $90 for. You know.
So I talk about a little bit of intrigue or unknown. Like some of the fights that I get most excited about, me personally, are the ones that you go, well, regardless of what everyone else thinks, I'm going, well, I just actually don't know how this fight's going to turn out. It's sort of 50-50. It could go this way, it could go that way. What's he going to do? Is he going to do this? Is he going to do that? So the intrigue draws me into the sport or any contest, not just paying to watch someone wipe the floor with someone. So it's all right, but I mean, just the bullshit and the delay and all that sort of stuff that's happening with that Spence Fondora fight's just starting to annoy me. But it always will. It won't be about those two. It'll just be about any fight in general. Look,
You should be used
make
to the
the
delay in boxing, DJ. Though you should be used to that because you understand. One of them
yeah.
was coming off a bloodbath for a broken nose. You know, like imagine that. Like you got a broken nose, and you're like, man, this should take what 8 weeks to heal. I'm scared to get punched in it, so you gotta get used to that again. I understand that. Then you got Errol Spence, who just came off a devastating loss. You know what I mean? And on top of that, fucked your eye all up. So I got to get eye surgery. Then I got to fucking mentally get prepared for this.
I,
And then I got to still heal from this last ass whooping that I'm still not fully healed from mentally. Like, you know what I mean? So, like,
yeah,
yeah, I get why they need daytime, you know what I mean, to heal. But
but
this don't take too goddamn long.
my point is, Punch, is stop talking about it until you've made it and you've locked it in, right? all those things that you just said are valid. I'm not going to disagree, right? But you don't need to actually just get premature and just saying, oh, we'll fight here and then, oh, no, we're going to move it for some reason or we need to renegotiate this. Look, if the deal's not done and you're not ready to get you're not in a full training camp and you're not ready to get in the ring, I don't want to know about it. It's just noise to me.
Oh man, there's gonna be you'll always have plenty of that, bro. I wish it could stop, but speculation, DJ, it pays the bills, my guy. So people are always gonna do it, always, especially in this type of world like we in today, where people just speculate just for the hell of speculating, man. Like, you know what I mean? We use a lot of really good examples today, man, about the Virgil Ortiz boots thing, bro. That shit gets out of control sometimes. And then you remember a few months back when they had the little thing where the one company said that Shakur Stevenson and Tank was fighting on, and they had a date and everything, and we all went crazy. Remember, because that was like a credible source. So they're getting way out of control now. When you're getting it from, so now you don't know where to get your fucking information from, you know?
And then you
So
can't even guarantee that when it is fair income and everything's signed, that they treat the weigh-in with fucking respect and professionalism.
yeah, but you'll always have rumor and gossip and sports and all type of shit, bro. Like
Yeah, look,
you'll bro.
I'm good with that. But what I would challenge the thinking there is that once the pendulum swings too far one way, like a little bit of rumor, a little bit of innuendo, that can work in your favor. Just to excite fans, get them talking about it. But when it's only fully one way and it's too much rumor, too much bullshit, you you know you you've lost it. Like
You
you've
just gotta
lost
learn how to
balance.
weave through that shit and just find your credible sources and stick with them. You know what I mean? Because if you look everywhere and anywhere, man, you'll go fucking insane. Because there's too much
Uh,
bullshit flying out there.
I
Like
don't
it's like,
do that. Most
man,
of the
who's
most of the
this
time,
guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? I need a credible source, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And it's the same. It's like that on Twitter. It's like that on YouTube. It's like that on Facebook. You gotta weave through a ton of bullshit to find 2 or 3 sources, like real sources, like unbiased, tell the truth. Like if you want to be a media channel, you know what I mean, and you want to say you're unbiased, you didn't be that way. Because a lot of these motherfuckers don't be that way. Like I'm not a media channel. Like you know what I mean. I react to shit. Like you know what I mean. Then we talk about that shit. Media, nigga, you supposed to fucking be unbiased. A lot of these fucking so-called media channels on YouTube, they're not unbiased. They're biased as fuck. They all got their favorite fucking fighters, and they talk about them all the time.
I can weed through that. That's not the issue. But I'm just speaking on my own behalf, not what everyone else is saying. That I think that
Like
I,
how many YouTube channels do you see pumping bullshit out every day? Every
oh,
day.
the majority of them.
Then you'll have like 10 of them that's telling the truth. Like so, it's like yeah, bro. It's annoying as hell, but it's never gonna go away because too many people bite on bullshit. You know, you'll see a title and you're like, ooh, and you click on this and they're talking nothing about the title, nothing. That's the shit I'm talking about, bro. They're talking about
Mate,
a
I'm
whole bunch of shit you already know about already.
Punch. I'm gonna have to love you and leave you for just for a minute or two. I'm
All
not
right,
sure
yeah,
what
man.
time.
I'm gonna hop on Slick Stream later. I don't know if you're gonna be over there, but I'll see you over there, brother. I'm gonna talk for a little bit more, and then I'm gonna get off myself. Thanks for coming up, though, bro. Appreciate it.
Well, we covered some ground. We might even have to cover it all again on Slick's channel. But it's
Oh,
good to
for
have
sure.
Heavy back.
Slick is talking about the Floyd Schofield shit too, so we're gonna
Good,
probably be cooking on that tonight, especially with that video, bro. So it's gonna probably get
good to
heated tonight.
see Mark. Slick, he dropped in. So
Yeah,
all
Heavy
right.
was in here.
Well,
Everybody was in here today. Oh my guys,
it's good to have the big man Heavy back.
swear.
Right up.
All
Well,
right, DJ. I'll talk to you a little later, then, brother.
right up here.
Peace. And yeah, man, that was a good show tonight, man. I like when we have good, healthy conversations, man, and get it all out there, especially when there ain't no good fights going on. You know what I mean? At least we can sit there and have good, healthy conversations about boxing, man. That's what it's all about, man. I like that shit, man. But everybody who chilled out for the stream tonight, I appreciate y'all taking time out y'all day to kick it with Punch. And I'll catch y'all for the next one, man. I'm about to go over there to DMT Sports and kick it with man Slick 50. So if y'all still want to listen to some more good boxing commentary, come on over there, man. All right, man. Y'all have a good night. I'm out of here.